Woo! We got cookout cousins, pool for love, muscles, Navy vets, tongue rings. I mean, it's all here. And we're about to discuss it. Welcome to the after discussion for Queen's Court on Peacock. We're discussing episode 5 and 6. And we have some special guests with us tonight. So grab your glass of wine, share this with a friend, and stay tuned for the after discussion. What's going on, y'all? Drop an emoji in the chat if you're excited for this conversation. I'm Jamie Alexander, and welcome to the after discussion. Hey, for Queen's Court, episode 5 and 6. This is a show on Peacock. If you're not watching it, you need to. Tamar, Braxton, Evelyn, and Nivea get to choose from 21 men, king-level men, all ready for love and relationship. And so I'm not going to have this conversation by myself because that would be boring. Well, it wouldn't, but you know. Let's dive in and get our guests up in here. First, let's see who's all in here first. Let's get my girls in here first, okay? So y'all know her from all the single ladies on OWN TV. I'm gonna bring in my girl, Dr. Dawn. Hey, boo.
I'm definitely on mute. How are you? I was on mute.
I can't hear you. Where you at?
How you doing?
Girl, you already know. I'm do stay lit. I was out in these streets and I'm ready to have this conversation.
Well, you look beautiful. Hi.
Thank you. Having a good time. Look at that. I'm here for the fabulous art. Well, you know, thank you, Dre, for coming through. It's about to be a party. And it wouldn't be a full-on chat if we didn't have our girl from OWN TV's All the Single Ladies, Jolisa, in the building.
Hi.
Hey, sis.
Hey, girl.
Oh my gosh, I missed you guys. Oh,
miss you too. Monique is in the chat. She's like, can't wait to dish because that's what we do up on the show.
Hey, sis. Hey, Monique.
And I love it because, you know, us ladies, we have a good time on this show. Not only do we learn, grow, and talk a little smack, but we have fun too. And we have two daring and amazing and beautiful men from the show who have decided to indulge in conversation with us. So should we bring them on? Shall we bring them on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, so we got, you know, Navy veteran. My mama was in the Navy. I love everything about it. Very good guy. I feel like I can guess his sign, but we'll get into that later. Let's invite Gerard to the stage.
Hey, Gerard. Oh, he came in with the shades on. He already came in with the shades on.
We can't see your eyes.
Don't look too hard now.
Okay. Caught up.
Right?
Get caught up.
He said we
But
get
if you don't get caught up, I know somebody that could get you caught up by that eye contact.
Lord.
Right?
We got Ty in here. We got muscles and dances and tongue rings, and it's just popping.
Right.
It's just a lot going on.
It's a good thing. Hi.
I know this.
Oh my God. What's going on, Ty?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
We're doing great. Crystal in the building says, let the show begin.
I know, I'm excited for today's show.
Yeah. So what's going on, fellas? How are you doing? We'll start. I mean, either one of you, like, we might as well dive right in. First of all, happy Sunday to everybody. We're having a happy Sunday. And I actually do we have our drinks? Is it just me? Or like,
listen, it's off to the side, sis. You know where we are.
It's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Come on, coconut water.
7 o'clock.
Okay, so I switched to tequila, but that's just me. Like, that's just where we are. Okay. Sunday.
Y'all bragging today.
I'm usually the good girl. I'm usually on my
normally we're not. I mean, we had our drinks at one show when we all were on here for the first time, but we haven't had a show like this in a while. So I was like, oh, it's fitting. Why not?
So we're going to be lit for y'all, fellas. We lit for y'all today, okay? Of coconut water and tequila.
Right, exactly. It sounds very hydrating. So let's jump right into this. Okay, you guys.
Okay, so rock.
A little ditty in the building. Okay, we'll start with you, Ty. How was this? You know, okay, so we are going episode 1 and 2, 3 and 4. This is technically the after discussion for 5 and 6. So I am going to reference, things that happened on episodes 5 and 6. But we have you guys on here, so we need you to dish. We need to know everything about everything. So I'll start with you, Ty. What did you feel about this experience being on this show overall? Like, how did it go for you? Give us a rundown.
Man, first of all, doing this show, I always said to myself, like, man, you can't fall for somebody like on these shows like this, you know what I'm saying? And seeing it for myself, and after being on this show and stuff, man, yeah, you can. I'm just being honest, you can. And experience with the guys overall, man, brotherhood and just me, because I didn't even know, like, none of the ladies, I didn't know who they were. And I went in just like I didn't know who Nivea was, who Tamar was, or Evelyn. I didn't know. And they was telling me about the song, and I was like, oh, shucks, that's her, And so I went in, open-minded. I'm like, okay, it's on. So
that's good to know. I think that was one of our questions, actually. Did you know who the ladies were, like, before getting there? So what about you, Gerard?
I didn't find out until our first shot. So, when you see us walking up, blue coat and suit and everything, I literally found out 2 minutes before that. So I was surprised just like everybody else. Yeah.
That's good though. So
that is
what
good.
Was the vetting process? That was our thing.
Like, that was our other question. Yeah.
Vetting process.
You want me to take it, Ty?
Yeah, Gerard.
Yeah, because I want to know, because I've been wanting to know. Let me take my shoes off. I'm
We're business on top and it's Hello Kitty onesie
right?
on the bottom.
Okay, listen, because I've got the Curious the Cowardly Dog boxers on, so we're comfortable.
Yes.
And I got leggings and UGG slippers. We doing a thing here.
There we go. We in here.
So the process, at least for me, I had my cousin. She knew one of the casting directors, and she was like, "Hey, you single, and what are you doing with retirement?" I'm like, "Nothing." She said, "You should send in your application for this show." So I was like, "Man, it ain't gonna happen." 2 days later, they called me and it was like, "You want to do the interview?" They liked my first interview, and after that, it was just a series of interviews. And once the production team like you, once the network likes you, you go from there, and that was it.
They were impressed.
I mean,
2 days?
I love that. Okay, so Gerard,
Yeah.
you're in retirement, and you look like a pretty young dude, and usually we don't associate the words retirement with such a young guy. So how has retirement been for you? And how do you spend your time? Like, what does this transition look like for you?
So
I wanted to know that too, because being so rigid and coming from the military, like, oh, you have to get up this time, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, have you just been trying all the stuff you wanted to try?
listen, man, I tell people about retirement. I'm out here really living my life, doing all the things.
I know that's right.
22 years I wasn't able to do. So, I get up when I want to get up, but I still have a schedule because I still have business, and I got to go get this money now. I might not have a job,
right?
But I'm still getting to this bag. So,
So you have kids? Do you have kids?
I have one daughter. Yeah, and she lives in California. So,
she over here with us.
Once a month, I'm in San Diego. I'm traveling. I'm going to see my daughter. That's a must if I don't do anything else. But outside of that, golfing, bowling, eating. Did I say eating? Because I like to eat.
Listen,
eating.
I could go on an eating tour.
And,
right?
Yes.
Agreed. We need to set that up, sis.
I get together with my business partners and we truly hang out, and that's pretty much what I do in retired life.
And then what about you, Ty? What does your day look like? I mean, hold on. First of all, let me just scratch on the surface a little bit. We had to go find a picture of you. Joseph.
Oh yes. Listen, let me tell you.
Your videos is all it is. It's all like, bro, do you have
all of that?
Do you have a picture?
And listen, okay, I was like, I don't know who his PR team is, but they need to hire me because I did the Lord's work with that photo. Okay, I was like, come on. I was like, this is a handsome man. We're gonna get one shot. Damn it! I need you just look here.
And so she had to steal and freeze and snapshot. Like we had to make a thing because otherwise we was gonna have to post a video on the damn thing.
Yes.
So
you got to get a photo shoot or two in chocolate drop, okay?
Or 3.
I got a lot of pictures. Y'all didn't see my pictures?
they not on the Instagram.
Yeah, it's all videos.
Or on the
you have group photos. You have group photos, but I just needed one of you. So I was like, okay.
They was too busy watching those videos.
His thirst trap videos. That's the he just got.
They are thirst traps.
Ah, man, they're not thirst traps.
But that's not bad.
Living your best life.
Women,
living your best life.
Yeah, women. We thirst trap every day. We know what we're doing. It's okay. Walk into it.
I just see it like this, man. I'm just entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing something throughout the day, something that I love to do, and to smiles on people's faces, because you'll be surprised how many people that have talent, but they just hide. And then they see somebody just don't care and just having fun and just loving life and loving God and where He put me at, and they see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
We were only teasing, but we appreciate we was laughing. It was a great show. The ladies love it. The ladies love it, okay? I mean, some men might.
They do. I've been seeing the stitches.
If we're being quite honest.
You know?
Yeah.
So do you have children?
Oh yeah. I have 6 kids, man. All my kids are grown except for my 14-year-old. I'm a awesome dad, a great dad. And you know, the question that I get all the time is, wow, you got all these kids. But you know you never hear people saying like, man, you're an awesome dad. You at your daughter game. You drive from West Texas 8 hours, 6 hours to make the games, to be there with your daughter when she having her with my grandson, my granddaughters. You know what I'm saying? Like being there, and I look at it like this, man. You know, that is a great example of a great dad, and that's what I am.
Ty, can I say this? I actually agree with you, because when I was watching the show, right, so many times women are criticized about having different husbands or different baby daddies or multiple children. And they did that with other people on the show, but they really didn't highlight you having 6 children like that. Like even Jamie wasn't aware, because I was like, he has 6 kids.
Because I didn't even know. I missed it.
Right.
I didn't know until this very moment as you spoke about it. I was like,
So I was aware, but I think you're right, because you just said I have 6 kids, I take care of them, and I show up for them. You deaded that the rest of that for people to be able to speak on it and speak negative. Whereas the other guys who have multiple children and or ghetto twins and or newborns, they
not the and or
she
newborn.
went right into it.
Not the and or newborn.
Everybody, it was a deal breaker, but it wasn't a deal breaker because you stepped to the plate like, yes, I have 6 kids and I take care of them, period. So I salute you for that.
Oh yeah, and I love all 6 of my kids. And then it ain't nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. So yeah.
What's the mix?
That should have been highlighted girls and boys? Yeah.
Oh, well, I have 4 girls and 2 boys. So.
Oh, that's
That's awesome.
That's
Have either one of you guys been married before?
I got 5 plants in here. I got 5 plants.
Well, I was married for like 2 months, but
you had an Evelyn and marriage arrangement.
But mine wasn't bad. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just my ex-wife that I was with. You know, she haven't seen her mom in like 29 years. Her mom stayed in Germany. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't moving to Germany. Nah, I wasn't gonna move. And so we didn't have like kids, we didn't have land or none of that. So I did the right thing, man. I'm not gonna stop nobody from saying their mom, because I'm crazy about my mom. Everybody knows that. Honest. So we shook on it, hugged on it, and she moved off and we were still friends. So it was cool.
Gerard, do you have you been married?
I've never been married, never been engaged either. So
wow. And okay, hold on. I got time. What are you all's ages? Because y'all know black don't crack. So I don't know how old anybody is.
Y'all in y'all mid-40s, I think, right?
Yeah, because he's talking about grandchildren. So what
I know, I was like, huh?
Oh, you
mid-40s?
I'm 45.
So. Okay. Awesome.
I'm 40 on the dot.
Oh, 45. That's
got
awesome.
it.
You guys are great.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, I love it. I'm here for it. This is so okay. So one of my first questions for you guys, and I told the ladies because our group chat be lit, we be group chatting it up. And I was like sharing with them, I'm going to ask them each this question. And I know it's not a typical question that you should ask somebody because it could come off rude or whatever, but we're not on a dinner date. This is a YouTube show and you guys, you know, we're open and available and looking for love. So I want to hear from each of you, like, why do you think you're single? Why are you single? Is it preference? Are you enjoying singleness? What has the dating world been like for you? Because, and I'm going to tell you why I'm asking. I feel like, yes, women, we have to oblige to your requests. Like, you know, you guys come out, you holla, and we let you know if we're with it or not. So being that typically, not all the time, you're the initiators, the leaders, the one who kind of stamp, you know, in the ground if a relationship is happening or not. Why are you guys single? And you know, so either one of you want to go first.
Man, first of all, do y'all see what I do?
That's very true.
Yeah. Wait. So is that saying the right woman has to be able to deal with that? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. Because 9 times out of 10, when I approach one, first thing they say, I look like a player. I get that a lot.
Look.
You're a player, and then when they see my social medias and everything that I do, yeah, all that plays in effect. And then the fact that my job, I travel a lot, so I'm never like available to come in and stay there like so long because I have to go because I'm a regional safety manager, so I run like the West Texas area.
Oh.
I'm always on call 24 hours.
Hey, for Texas.
I gotta leave, but I gotta go right now.
Okay.
Yes to the Texas. Okay.
So going into the show, like I said, my cousin put me on, and we was just having some good talks, and you know, I dated a girl for a long time, and in 2018, it didn't work. Not for anything, you know, negative, but she wanted something.
What's
and
a
I
long
wanted
time? What's a long time? Oh, that is
on and off for 7
Okay.
years. So she wanted something different than I wanted. Not that we didn't want the same thing, but our lives just wasn't in the same place because I was in the military. So that was one thing for me that, you know, that caused me to be single. So after her and I broke up, I was just focused on myself and focused on my daughter and my career. So I knew I was retiring. So I started getting things in place for my retirement. And, you know, it caused me to be single out of choice for a long time. So that's what it was.
So to be clear, are both of you want a monogamous relationship, like with one person? It just hasn't happened for you at the moment?
No.
That's what I was going to ask.
So when I do find that person, the world will know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but right now I'm just focusing more like on myself right now. Trying to do, cause I tried that, you see what I'm saying? It didn't work. So right now I'm focusing on what I'm trying to do right now. So
okay.
So yeah, monogamy is the goal, you know what I'm saying? Having somebody. I'll say this, keep in mind the show was filmed a while ago. So, you know, status might be different now.
Are you seeing someone?
Wait. What's the status?
So are you took it? Are you took it?
Hey, this is all I say. That's not for social media business.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
I can understand that. I can understand the social cues. I'm here for it. Congratulations.
I can understand social cues.
I will say this. It's somebody special.
That's
beautiful. That's really
beautiful.
Good. No,
love
kudos
that.
to that. That's really good. Are you in Atlanta?
I'm in Macon. It's about an hour south of Atlanta.
I'm from Atlanta, so I know exactly where Macon is.
Hey,
cool. Yes, I'm from the A, so I'm always rep that real hard. I've only been in LA for 2 years, so dating in Atlanta is a shit show.
That was LA.
I mean, LA is LA
everywhere. Honestly, I mean, not trying to be funny. Like people's morals and ethics have just completely changed as it comes to dating. So you know,
this is true. The way you asked was beautiful too. Are you looking for a monogamous
Because I want to be very clear. Like, let me ask, you know. And so I appreciate you guys for answering that question.
I will say this, and this is the truth. Until there's a ring on it, single is single.
I agree.
I agree with that. Definitely in today's world.
Because I date and I go through things, and I know there have been guys who are like, why don't you post and this and that? Like, what am I posting for? Like,
yeah, there's no way, because I'm not doing a social media scrub.
No, we haven't even gotten to the point where we're stable in our communication and overcoming and things like that. But you want me to post you and do what? Like, first of all, I'm Jamie Alexander. I've never posted anybody. I'm talking about from MySpace to now.
Right, okay? Girl, Black Planet.
Honey, so it's like, when I post, it's gonna be one of them things like, you know,
listen,
oh my gosh, this guy done did it.
I know we're on this topic, but you need to make another video. We need to do this live again about exactly what you just said. Exactly that.
No, we should do it on Instagram.
Because it's a real thing.
But people go and they do that, and then you keep changing it, and then you can tell by their posts, like you and the person. Then you got to go take pictures down. Like, and I'm gonna tell you, I might have a whole husband and not post them. So I mean, I'm just
gonna be a wedding
because it's supposed to be my social media page.
Right.
Yeah,
like
I'm not mad at that.
But not even that. But and I'm big on. I tell people, like, you're putting your relationship out there to be critiqued, to be judged, for people to have to apply feedback on something that I don't want your opinion on.
No.
So, but when I put it out there, I'm allowing you to speak over my relationship. I'm allowing you to put input on my relationship. So I'd rather just not have it. You can speak about me. I don't even post my kids. Like, I got a picture on there from them in 2012. They whole grown folks now. It's none of your business.
Right.
I mean, it's important. What do you think about that, Ty?
Man, I don't know. With me, it is what it is. Like, I don't have nothing to hide. You know, when I do find somebody, I'm gonna post her, because I'm letting the world know this is my baby right here. You know what I'm saying? This is who I want to be with. I'm letting the whole world know. And with my kids, hey, no, I love my kids. Everybody know that. Like, my mom, I post family because I love family. I'm all about family. So I'm not gonna hide nothing I love. I'm just gonna be honest.
That's how I feel. Well, I feel both, because I've done both, but I was like, I feel like Instagram is supposed to be you getting a glimpse into my life. So if these people are in my life, I don't have a problem sharing them. There are some people who are very private, like, yeah, okay, you probably shouldn't be putting your children's face all over the internet because weirdos. But not saying for you per se. I was just saying in general. But I kind of see both ways, because I've done both. So I'm like, you're gonna glimpse into my life, and that's it.
Well, I think
it's just a glimpse.
But I think what he said too is, if you're my lady, so that sounds a little bit more permanent than people just posting who they're dating.
Yeah.
But for me,
yeah,
for me personally, I'm not even posting a person I'm dating, because that does not sound that just.
Yeah, I've learned that, because if it doesn't work out, it's like.
Plus, who said the squad wanted to be posted? I'm just kidding. It's
a lie. And speaking of, this is a perfect segue. You know, episode 5 was the Cookout Cousins, and actually, Tamar.
Questions.
Tamar actually brought that up herself. She was like, she didn't invite anyone, no friends and family, because sometimes it can mess you up, and she didn't want approval from her friends or family to, you know, take her up on her choices. And I actually really liked that. It made sense to me. I think there's a time and place to invite your family and friends in, but I really believe in being at a place of solidity. We got to be some kind of solid between you and me, because at the end of the day, it's going to be you and me. So what people think, it does have the power to sway. A lot of the people that are in my life, they've been in my life 10, 15, 20 years. So if they say something and see something, I need to be on steady ground before I, you know, whatever. So what did you guys think about for the cookout, Tamar deciding to go ahead and opt out and inviting family and friends to the party?
Man,
I just want to ask, at first, I'm sorry, I just want to say, at first I thought it was, I was like, okay, maybe she's an excuse because she really didn't want like her family to be on the television show. But the way you just explained it seems like that could also be a possibility too. So I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I always say different strokes for different folks, man. I just see it like the reason why she did that, because she probably done that in her past relationship and it didn't work out. So she said, you know what, I'm gonna do something different this time. I'm gonna go another route. I'm gonna choose myself, and the question that I pick for myself, the guy that I pick, whoever, it's on me. So if I mess up,
right,
me, you know what I'm saying? So that's
yeah.
And I think that was exactly what she said, to be honest with you, is that, you know, she's taken that route before. And I think when you get older, you start realizing the things that work from you. Like you said, it's different strokes for different folks. So for me, that's no thanks. Ain't no, I'll bring one of my girlfriends though. And they're actually pretty worse critics than even my family, because my family is pretty supportive. So I understood her taking that route. What about you, Gerard?
I can understand the family part, but for me personally, I'm a family person. So, you know, it's important that somebody in my family actually can look at a person that I'm considering and give me their point of view, because they know me without actually being me. So they can say, yeah, you missed this, or hey, I saw this and you didn't see this. So I looked at the way that she said and I said, okay, maybe it's exactly like you said. She went down that road before and she didn't want to do it again. So, you know, I just took it for that, because I could go a whole different way with how I think about family. Yeah, it went to jail that way for me. So,
and it could also be that she was having them meet all of, like, her family would be meeting all these guys, not the one person that you're dating, which I felt like was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it was like loving the crew.
true.
Yeah, like, you know, so that's hard. Like, oh, meeting all these different people for someone that I love is kind of like, it's a lot.
Yeah, you know how family can be another one.
Right.
Listen.
Right.
We're here because I felt that in my soul.
Yeah.
I didn't go and call my sisters. I'm like, oh,
that's why I said I would bring my friend. Yeah, because my friends already know sis. They be like sis, and they're gonna pull me all the way together. Whereas family always has that underlying judgment, you know. We'll call it care, but you know, for the sake of this. But the truth is, you know, no, I don't be needing everybody's input.
Yeah, Crystal in the chat says ultimately it's you and your partner at the end of the day. And I think it's important, as much as I think friendship advice, because I got friends who could see things, and you know, it's kind of weird. It's almost like you have to find that delicate balance of when you could tell a friend, like, girl, you need to allow them still, even if you don't agree with who they're with, to kind of like date and do their thing. So I think just having some kind of solidity between you and the person is very important before too much outside noise, because it's already chaotic, right? One thing I loved about this show is pretty much everybody is 40 or in their 40s. And at this time, I think Tamar said it best, like, who wants to play Russian roulette with their heart at this point?
Right.
So it's like, this is delicate, and I don't know, inviting in this and that and looks and this, like, that's a little too much static for me personally in the beginning. But I think there is a good time to invite in friends and family, because of course they're important, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So when you guys brought your family, how did they feel? What did they say? Like, once you guys came home and stuff like that, what was the feedback that they gave? And since they watched the show now too.
I know. So I invited. So it's a long story to this. So I invited my mom, right? So my mom came and she got sick. She got food poisoning. Good thing my sister came with her. So my sister came, and then, man, I had an awesome time, because I was happy to see my sister when she got there. And you know, back in the days, me and my sister, we didn't see eye to eye, you know what I'm saying? And stuff.
Right.
But as we got older, man, like, I love my sister. She loved me, you know, and just having her there and talking to Nivea. And, you know, maybe she can see something that I don't see, because, you know, I'm just right there because I thought the world of Nivea. I'm just saying she was awesome. She was cool, you know. And with my sister telling me, and she was like, Tyra, I never seen that look on your face right there.
Oh,
wow. We love to see it. See, I haven't seen that episode yet. So now I'm like, who's Tamar King?
See, I went and finished the whole thing, so I don't.
I want to finish it.
I had to divulge.
Now that's why I was like, okay, I need to finish this, because I was like, oh, let me just wait, you know, to talk about it with the girls. But now I'm gonna go ahead.
And then Gerard, how was your family? How did they feel about it, and what did they say? Have they tuned in?
So you know, I know she hadn't watched it on the end, but I didn't make it to that episode. I was gone the episode beforehand.
I was about to say, wait a minute, Gerard. I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember your family members. This is not a
on episode
my family
5,
members weren't there, but when I got back, because
Right.
that wasn't part of your question.
Yes.
My family members, you know, the people I'm close with, they were all like, "Oh, you did a great job. You were yourself." And I'm like, "I know." I said that's ultimately why I ended up leaving the show, because I was myself. And honestly, a lot of people were like, we think you left the show at a good time.
So let's talk about that, Gerard, because you had a couple of moments, and
I wanted to ask about those.
Let's dive into that, Gerard, because for a minute you were kind of getting smoke. You know, it was shared that you were kind of feeling some way, unsure, you know, if you should let somebody in. You don't, you know, kind of forcing yourself to open up and taking a leap of faith. These were some of the words and discussions around your character. When you watch yourself on there, do you feel like, I mean, you shared that, but do you feel like there was a wall up? Do you feel like, man, I should have shared this, or I could have been this, or were there any regrets in the level of vulnerability that you were willing to offer in that moment that you kind of wanted to change and switch up a little bit?
So if you go back and watch, and when I watch, you know, I had people sitting next to me ask me the same question. So I had to explain to them, because the magic of editing, there are a lot of things that were said that did not make the show. So I can elaborate on that. As far as having a wall up, the one thing I would tell you is, if you watch the show, and I'll speak directly about Tamar because that's who I was dating. If you watch the show, you can see her body language towards certain people, be it me, anybody on the show. Me as a person who analyzes every single thing, I picked up on that. And as soon as I picked up on her energy not being on me, the wall went whoop right back up.
Wow. Understood.
There was no point for me to let it back down, because I'm saying, if your energy was towards me, I would see it. Therefore, I would be able to open up more. So exactly what happened was supposed to happen. Her energy went towards somebody else. There was no need for me to further go after you, because in my mind,
you took it.
I know what you wanted. And it wasn't anticipation. It's just calling it what it is.
Yeah. I just know when someone's interested when they're not.
So I backed.
And I can appreciate that. You know what, Gerard? I would have probably taken that same stance if I was on the show and there's all these men coming at me, or vice versa, or if I was a woman going toward a man and he had all these other women. I can feel your energy toward me, and I know when your energy is going more towards. And what I'm not about to do, I'm not about to sit here. We're not fighting for love. I ain't about to play myself. I ain't about to. It gotta be a little bit of mutual, you know, something.
Yeah.
So thank you for explaining that, because one of my questions was literally, "What's up, Gerard? You seemed displaced." Didn't I? We had.
I was like, literally, like I was,
Listen, the part where I said, but you know, she asked, "Hey, why are you looking at me?" And I'm like, "That's between me and you." Because I literally wanted to have a conversation with her. It's between you and I.
Sexual.
Yeah.
Come on, edit it out. Edit it out. That's exactly how that happened. And I got it. Not once on that show had I been sexual towards anybody. So what makes you think all of a sudden that's what I'm doing now? I didn't come out that way. So all of a sudden,
I appreciate that.
That's between you and I.
All right.
So.
And I agree. Yeah, at that point, like, I'm just not even, if we're not out here and I don't feel the same energy for you, I'm not about, no, this ain't called fight for love. We're not doing that. And I'm not about to play myself. So understood. Yep. And then what about you, Ty, in terms of, like, did you feel like there was anything edited for number one, but also did you feel like you were portrayed the right way?
The way I came in, like I say, I didn't know none of them. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the way I came in, I had my mind set on one person when I saw Nivea. My mind was just set right there. That was just it. I didn't feel no kind of perpetrate, no kind of way or anything, because I shot my shot. I went for it. Now at some point of that, I kind of felt like, man, what I got to do to get Mac off and get him out? Like
at this point, it's like
wrong.
I'm like it's like I'm.
That's funny.
And then at some point, at some point, I was like, man, you know what? It is what it is. Shit, I'm sort of like you. I'm not finna fight over this. I could be a man about it, be cool with Mac. Hey, at the end of the day, she gonna pick who she want to pick anyway.
Right.
So,
and you said that in the show too, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just how I felt on that.
Well, I
was gonna
gotta
ask
commend y'all because I'm pretty competitive and I don't like none of that. Like I would have been like, I don't know what I could have done because I'm not in the situation. And it's not like a fight for love, but I don't know if I could just sit there and be interested in somebody and then sit next to somebody they're interested in and just, have this thing. I'd be like, no.
Wait, there's levels because Ty and Mac was over there. They was over there.
They had a bromance.
Yeah, they had they was.
Yes, they had me cracking up. They
I
were
was
like, hey,
laughing.
this don't
I
work
was
out.
like, wait, they was all three sitting on the couch like they was besties about to go to the movie theater. I was like, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute, sir.
But the whole deal on that part was, and me and Mac talked about it, man. On all these shows, what you see drama, man. Like drama. Everybody want to fight over a woman. No, why can't we be cool about this and compete? We can still be cool and compete, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, at the end of the day, she gonna pick whoever she want to pick. And
exactly.
the one thing on this show that I know for a fact that I would never do, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I would never ever walk up to a lady while she talking to another guy. I would not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
So I get used to that, man. So I'm from the country, man. We don't do that. I'm telling you, do that. Hey, you looking for a fight?
Right.
Yeah, because it's like, you don't see us here having like you could wait 5 minutes. As soon as I get up, you could actually go and sit down.
And that was like
sitting here.
I need to get used to, but after I got a little drink in me, I'm like, okay,
he was like, wait a minute.
I don't care. It's fine.
Hilarious.
Yeah, because I got what Nivea was saying, Tyrone, when it came to you and Mac. Like, I can see I'm that type of person. I really like assertiveness, not aggression, but assertive. Like, I need somebody to come and get me. So I kind of understood where she was coming from. Like, I don't know, like, they almost too cool with the threesome at this point. Like,
right.
Now I gotta choose. Like, I know I need my guy to come get me. Like, it don't have to be a fight, but it has to be like, nah, like you not.
Yeah, no, like nah, bro.
Not
yeah, it has to be obvious. Like you gotta show me.
Stake in the ground. And then
right.
I'm like, oh, okay. he likes me.
I agree. Yeah.
But the deal with that was, and if y'all saw the show, like I could never get to her, and what I mean, like she could never look at me, like she could never look at me face to face. So I had to figure out a whole totally different game plan. You
have to switch your strategy up.
Right.
I had to figure out something, but once I got that look, it was game on.
So
why do you
that's
think
true? A good look will have you. It lets you know that a woman's open for you to approach too. So like,
correct.
The other part of the show, and I give it to Will Packer for the way that they made this show. You don't really get a chance to see that in regular dating. You don't get a chance to see the opposition and how they move.
Yep.
So you go on a date, you're used to all the time and all the attention and being able to put your best foot forward without the opposition seeing, oh, that's the way he moves.
Right.
Hey,
that's
I'm
true.
on this, I'm moving this way. Like, nah, that ain't how it goes. So when you're in that environment, as guys like Ty say, I'm not that type. So either we gonna be cool, hey, she gonna choose who she gonna choose, or it's gonna come with the drama. And none of the guys chose the route with drama. We were just like, hey,
which is perfect because at our big age, like I'm not doing that.
That's what I was about to say. I think
you have to find drama elsewhere in the show.
Yeah, right. I think the only one person that tried to pull that off, they got rid of him real quick. But I think that comes to age and just kind of knowing, like, we're not about to show up like this. So I do salute you guys for getting on that show and showing up as beautiful Black men. Like, that was amazing. I was like, there was no arguing. There was no fighting. Y'all was dapping it up. What's up? Good morning. I was like, okay.
Right, good morning.
They friends for life. I was like, they friends for life. Hey, he was like, I'm barbecuing. Hey, you mad because I'm barbecuing for the fellas?
I was like, right, like, what you mean? We gotta eat.
You want me to make your plate? Hey, I'm gonna make the drinks. I was like, okay, shoot.
Right.
So it was giving house party, you know.
I was gonna say, like, with speaking of friends, like, how did it feel for you all to meet? For you to meet like Nivea's friend, and then to say like, oh, it's just physical, and then Gerard, for you to talk with Randy and Holly.
You go ahead, Ty.
Well, with me, with Nivea friends, I think y'all saw that shit. They came.
Yeah, they ate you up. You was sweating.
Yeah, they did. I was like, oh my gosh.
I was like, somebody get him something for that. He was about to pass out. He need a drink or something.
Could have supposed somebody pour some water on me, man. I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I was getting frustrated. Because I'm like, how can y'all just attack me like this? At this point, I'm kind of scared to even be with her now. Because
right.
Say something like, well, Ty was over here with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Just to lie on me or something. So I was like, man, they went in on me. Yeah, for real.
Wow.
Yeah, that was heavy. They really did. It was like, no, boo-boo. Did you? I was like,
but it's physical. This is what you always do. It's physical. And I was like, oh, okay.
Right. I was like, gosh, okay. So I was like, I wonder if it was just that they were going, like, because the conversation was surface level, like your answer did seem a little surface level, but I feel like that's why they just felt like they could just rip and run from there. But, you know, meeting someone's friend is kind of like intimidating. Can't, like you said, like, it's a lot of pressure. So I think you guys had more than that, but I think you were just like, I'm a little nervous. So
some people aren't good. Some people aren't good with answering questions, but also, like, at what point was that meeting in the process? Because I would have probably been kind of stale too. Like, Joker, we just met 2 weeks ago. We just met 8 days ago. Like, I would, anything beyond what I'm telling you would be fluff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
but
very
the
true.
But the whole deal, I get it, because they care about her. They love her. They don't
right, for sure.
The same role like she did before. But hey, man, y'all don't know me. Like, give me a chance. You know what I'm saying? Those guys that she was with, they name wrong. I'm just saying. Like,
right.
That's fair. Because just because you carry a persona doesn't mean that you should be judged as such, even though it's really hard. Because I wasn't sure about you either. Like, I was looking at Mac and I was like, okay, Mac makes sense. But then I could see Nivea's dilemma. Like, we be wanting to have like that passion and that, ooh, like, oh my God, touch me. I just, you know, and, but then also like, okay, cool. Because that is fun. But at the end of the day, if that type of thing is going to leave me feeling any kind of way at any kind of time, I don't want it. Like, what I admired about all the girls is their ability to share. And I'm even learning from that, because sometimes it's hard for me to share how hurt I've been, how much garbage I've been through, because sometimes I look at it like, well, damn, are people going to think that I don't, you know, that they can walk all over me too. So I understand that fear and that trust factor. And I wasn't sure about you, Ty, because there's nothing wrong with you, but you do kind of give Playboy, like, you're a good looking man. You got clear skin. Your teeth is perfect. You got muscles. You just out here like it. I understand.
You got a tongue ring.
Yeah, okay, Jamie. Go ahead, Jamie. Okay.
I'm just saying, but I'm like, dude, because I guess for me, and I think this is where Nivea's friends were going, and Nivea as well, which I also admire her choice. But that's for another day. But it's like our main concern at this point is can a man like this manage himself properly? Because none of us really want to think about that. I don't know if you guys ever have read the Way of the Superior Man, but it talks so much about what women need and how men function. And when y'all properly manage yourselves, women ain't all down your throat about where you at and what. We actually really don't care. We want you to go live your life and be free, but it's always like, God, does this man know how to manage? Does he know how to manage the attention? Does he know how to manage women lusting after him? Can he have a conversation with a woman and not have to take it all the way to phone numbers and going home and all this? It's like that 80-20 rule. Like, you could have 80% at home, go outside and see 20% another chick and think you finna go somewhere. So I think it's just hard for, women and friends of women who've been through a lot, especially these women being older, to like grasp, like, okay, but I hate that for you almost, Ty, because if that's not who you are, it's like, how do you, as this type of man, navigate stereotypes? Because at the end of the day, I guess I would say it's a stereotype,
Well, all I have to say, try me. That's it. Try me.
Yeah, but see,
You'll see.
He said, "Try it, you may like it."
No, I'm just saying.
but I'd be a risk.
Because I can sit here and say all the good things about me. I can sit here and say other things about me until you try me, and then you'll see. And so on that other question, what you're saying, it's all kind of women try to holler at me on a daily,
Of course.
But I turn them down because I'm not looking for that. I don't have to get a phone number. I don't have to like holler at a person. I could be friends with a lady. I could be friends. I know how to be friends. I don't have to just every woman I see try to jump into her. No, I don't have to do that.
But do they want to be friends with you?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of things that women don't. They don't want to be friends with you. Because my thing is like, we understand that men get pussy thrown at them every day, but the amount of dicks that come my way in the grocery store, like,
period.
If I can have the discipline to say no, and of course I think women look for different things than men do, of course. But I feel like sometimes a man will be like, oh, like they lack the discipline to be able to say, no, I'm good. Like, and you're not saying that, you said that you weren't, but I'm just saying in some instances I could see why people would be like hesitant to say like, oh, just try me. But it's like, but on what clause? Like if you'd been like, I have discipline, simple, quick answer, fixes it. But you just like try me. And I was like, that doesn't.
It has.
You are not a party. You are more than that.
I think and you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'll let you answer this question. But I think what he's saying is for the right woman, when he's with them, that they won't even have to question that because he will show up in such a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what I heard him say because me at this point in my life, I'm also not explaining my character. So I feel like that is what he's trying to say. Like I don't have to explain who I am or how people perceive me. Just experience me and you'll be able to speak on that.
Yeah,
that's true. I was just saying for the people who are going based off what they see on Instagram, which is persona, they're not going to know that.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I do agree with that.
That it feels like it makes it
But
harder.
If I met him in the grocery store, I would be like, oh.
Right.
If I met him in the grocery store, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Either one of you guys in the grocery store, I'd be like, oh my God, what did I do today?
Oh yeah, Gerard was definitely a salt
yeah, you guys.
Daddy. That's what we call them, a salt and pepper daddy.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so that said, you guys are both good-looking men. How has it been after the show? Do you feel like you've gotten more attention? Not really. It's the same. How has that been?
So I have a little story today. So
a little
not
today.
No,
yeah. Earlier this afternoon.
I stopped at the gas station and this big Greyhound bus pulled up. And, I got a little puppy. I got my little dog with me, you know what I'm saying? A little schnauzer and stuff. So this little lady, I'm thinking she walking over to look at the dog and my puppy and stuff. But then, so I had my glasses on. I took my glasses on. She was like, oh my God, you look familiar. And I was like, okay. So this girl come off the bus. Oh my God, that's Ty. That's Ty. And she's like, who? And she's like, that's the guy from
Oh, that's sweet.
I took pictures with like 40 ladies today.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's so fun.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, I'm quite the opposite. I had to open up my Instagram because mine was on lock and key. So every now and then I have somebody looking at me like, and I'm like, have I seen someone before? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And I don't know, maybe they expected me to tell them. I'm like, well, if you have, hi. And that's it. I keep it moving. So honest. I've had about 5 people jump in my inbox and that's it.
Are you a Pisces, Gerard?
No, I am the best, and there's only one.
Aries.
He's a Taurus.
No.
Leo.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm out. What is it?
Capricorn the best.
Nah, Ty, come on. Tell them it's about Scorpio.
I knew he was going to say, it's always the crazy sign I think they're there.
The Scorpio? Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm a different Scorpio, but yeah. Scorpio.
I would have never got Scorpio from you, to be honest. But now that you say that, I can completely understand the way you move. So that's very interesting. I'm not mad at it at all, because a Scorpio definitely, there's so much, in my opinion, there's so much depth and quality. Like, yeah, you had a different conversation with Evelyn, who was just kind of open and having a conversation with you, as opposed to Tamar, who, even though I like the way Tamar moves in this show, she still kind of like shut you down and came at you away, and y'all don't really play that. Like, you're gonna keep it cool and just be like, nah. And you know, like what you said,
it went back up.
Yeah, you're not even finna go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think even the viewers could tell. We could all tell. Like, oh,
yeah,
we see where this is going.
The audience said that Ty liked being single.
Yeah. So we saw that. Is that real? Is that true? Inquiring minds want to know. Kind of. No.
What she say? I like being single.
It's a trap, Ty. It's a trap.
Hey, it's just an opinion, you know.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. But as of right now, I do like being single. I do it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to, because with the traveling and with my kids doing a lot, that person that I do get with, I want to be able to spend time. You know what I'm saying? Time with that person. Right now, I'm just like, I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
But Ty, you're 45. When is life ever going to be perfect and open enough?
Girl, you didn't hear us say 47 on our last thing.
What?
47.
Oh, I 40. Know. A couple more years.
Forgot.
I keep on. So we have this thing.
Oh, pudding.
We have this thing where, first of all, statistically speaking, men don't evolve emotionally completely until, generally speaking, about 43 years old. And us ladies, so I'm 40. Okay. So I'm 40 years old. And I usually date younger, but I've dabbled now into the 46 and I'm seeing a lot of guys who still don't. I'm still just like, wow, I thought, you're 46, you would, and I'm still seeing these things. But
I've learned that age does not equal maturity.
No, age doesn't equal maturity. It's definitely individual and, what you choose to entertain and all these things. But I'm wondering, tied back to what you're saying, like, if you really want love and you want that companionship in your life, like, I think we could kind of all say at this point, there's no perfect time, just like there's no perfect time to become a parent and no perfect time. So this might be working for you now, but when and where do you get to the point where you're like open to making something happen so that you can have a life partner? Because sometimes I feel like I don't have kids, but sometimes I feel like, yes, of course, kids are a priority. They're everything. But I be wondering if people know their kids is going to grow up and move. Like, your kids ain't gonna want to do daddy time all the time. Like,
right.
So you know what I mean? Like, your kids are trying to kick
like
it,
beyond your children, you have an identity. And I have to tell people that all the time. Like, I have my kids, and beyond them, I still want a life partner.
Yeah.
So at what age?
Yeah, when
you gonna, like, because you've been single.
But I always ask myself,
don't be laughing at me, Joe.
No, because Dr. Dawn is like this every week. She's like, and when? Like, she puts on her doctor voice. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I don't want to be on the other side of her question. No. Turn my camera off so she don't look my way.
It's the eye contact.
Yes,
exactly.
So I always ask myself, man, do we be with somebody? I'm saying, do you have to be in a relationship? I'm just saying.
And I think that should be the answer to your question, because, and I think we're asking you. But go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because you went on a show about love, to find love. Mm-hmm. So then that would make most people perceive that you may want love. But then now
ready. Oh yeah.
And so you're no longer ready.
That's what I'm picking
I was ready at that point, man. No, I was ready at that point, man, because I did everything I could do to show her that I really liked her. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, and I don't want to jump because she ain't saw all of it yet. I don't want to just.
I already knew from episode 1 what she was gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm
not mad at it. I get it.
So.
He must have
got a call. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you back.
Okay. So when she didn't pick me, man, it was just, to me, I just felt like, okay, let me reset. You know what I'm saying? Let me just focus on myself. Let me just find myself. But I know when it's time for me. You know what I'm saying? To find somebody or whoever find me. I know right now. I'm just not in a rush. I'm not in a rush because you got to look at it like so just been over with. What I'm just saying, 7 months. I'm just not in a rush right now. I just know the time is right. I know when the time is right. I know.
I think that's a beautiful answer. Makes sense.
And then Gerard, you kind of gave us your answer. We know that you have like a secret window type of thing going on, but
secret love.
Right, exactly. So I'm wondering, like, for you, Gerard, like, congrats again. But when you were there, did you think that all the people were there for the same thing? Were they looking for love?
Absolutely. And I start off with the guys, just having talks with the guys. Everybody there was genuinely trying to find their mate, trying to find somebody to, go forward with in the future. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, for the majority of us. The ladies, yes, they were there to find their person, however their person came. I look at it and say, having 21 men presented to you and to have to go through 21 different guys or however many guys that you dated, that presented a personal challenge that most people don't look at because, you may date a person or two, but 5 at one time?
I'll take 5. I'll take 21.
5 at one time?
Let me.
Can I be fair? And I may be. Hey, look, I thought there was only 5 good men on the show, and y'all were 2 of the 5. So I didn't think the vetting process was good.
She
period.
did say that.
I don't think. I think it sucked. And if I would have went on the show and I was one of them queens, I'd have probably left and been like, "Thank you, I appreciate y'all. There's not enough money and or time that would make me stay here with these men that y'all chose."
Yes,
she stood 10 toes down on that for the last 2 episodes.
Period.
Like, what was the criteria?
It's 5, and y'all are
the vetting process.
Period. I feel like it was trash.
I got more questions.
I would have been like, you know what? I would have been a spectator. I'd have been a spectator. I feel like it was trash. It was trash.
What?
Yeah.
It wasn't even. I can't even say it was mediocre. It was trash. And not based on that appearance, just based on the quality of the men there. Like
when they let that man come in and newborn, so that baby's head ain't even formed. I mean, still looks like a fresh potato out the oven. And you hear on the show,
no lashes, no eyebrows, just still in the
I'm saying like kneecaps ain't even formed yet, and you hear on young man,
like
old man
on the show, on the show. So I just feel
but is that not real life though? This is my only thing. I feel like this was reflective.
Dating pool really is.
No, but it is. But unfortunately, it's a reality show. I think this is real life. First of all, 21 men in one room who are single anyway is already flabbergastingly mind blown to me at all. Let alone you gonna get, and especially in Atlanta, you gonna get a handful. I know the guys were from a lot of different places, but you gonna get that handful. Like these dudes really out here with newborns. Like they don't got a ring.
They should have called it. Remember, I told you they should have called it peasant court because Queen's Court don't bring me. You not why? If you don't, then rename the show. Rename the show. If you're gonna be bringing me baby daddies, people with half-formed dreads, people with PTSD, niggas that think it's okay to walk up and talk to a woman while you're talking to her, another joker that can't, like, don't even, half of them didn't even go by their real name. Like, it's cute if you, to like my name, to slice some of it off. Half of y'all going by Kales and blah. I don't want you. I don't want you. If you can't even say your real name on
your mama don't even call you Kales.
Your mama don't like they
your
was
mama don't call you
they was giving a call to the family and they was like, who? They was calling your family member wants you to come. They was like, who's that? Because they didn't even know the nigga's name. I don't want nothing to do with none of it. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. It was that was not the top pick. And that's my problem. When they on the Bachelorette, they don't bring them type of scrubs. They don't. It's a better pick. And I don't even watch the show. I ain't watching since season 1. That you're not. They treated this like a Negroid show, and I was upset.
Not a Negro.
They,
they go harder than me.
Yeah,
but this is why we have different. I loved it. I loved the show. I loved the pics. I loved the way they put it out because to me it was just so reflective of real life. And what was beautiful about it is, again, me being a 40-year-old woman, I've been engaged, I've gone through these things, and I do feel like I'm at the place where these ladies are like, we have to learn, we have to discern, like, because these are the guys that are going to show up. We're attractive women. We have a lot going for ourselves. We move molecules in a room when we walk in. It's inevitable that we're going to attract, but it's like, well, what do you do with that? And I think part of that was so exemplary of how to navigate that, because that's what we got to do. You're going to get the scrubs. You're going to get the dudes with newborns. You're going to get the dudes.
So my problem with, I agree with you, David, but I think the issue was that, so I agree with you, but the problem was that they were taking the women from their trauma bonds. That's why it's called Queen's Court. So why would you then send them the very men that they've already rejected? You didn't give them a different quality than they're used to. So I agree. I love that. I love that the men were my age. I love that they were sexy, good-looking Black men. I love that part. So I like the audience that it was capturing. So I love the show, but I just think they missed it with the quality.
I think they could have done better on the casting because, like you said, a vetting process, like even for The Bachelorette or for Love is Blind, like they're not letting somebody in there like, oh, you here for 5 kids, but you're looking for a wife? How? Like, that's not the case on there. And I feel like if you're gonna, I just wanted more for them. And I feel like,
oh, your phone's going out.
There were
Oh, yeah.
We can't hear you. It's going out. What were you about to say, Gerard? Her phone's going out.
Oh, maybe it's because my hair is on my AirPod.
Oh.
You back?
Hello?
You good? Go finish.
Yes. Hello?
Glitch.
Hello? I was just saying, like, I just wanted them to have just a criteria or standards that they, like, things that had to be met in order to get on the show. Like, obviously, like, okay, you work your regional sales, you are retiring from the military. Like, those are, okay, great. Those are qualities that, you know, you would want at that age. But I just felt like some of the things that they were just I just felt like it was a real representation of sometimes what Black women will allow as far as dating. And I didn't like that they put that out there. It would have been nice to see a different perspective of like how Black women should be dating, because at the end of the day, no one teaches little Black men or little Black boy or Black girls how to date. Like, I feel like people of other races do and say the criteria of what you should be looking for. And I feel like a lot of us were just out here figuring it out as kids.
We are. Yeah. So, I think that was what was missing for me. Like, I'm like, okay, this is what we see on the street. So bring us, and even if you have 5 kids, make it be something where you have 5 kids and you guys have a beautiful, healthy relationship. Not while you're there and you're like, oh yeah, she had 3 of my kids and one's a newborn and 2
why would I marry her?
Why would I marry? What, Joker? What? Why are you here? And so that is the problem.
Okay.
Like, I just feel like they kind of did a little bit of everything, and so that he's not an option for real.
So the thing about it is, it's 2 ways to look at that. It's reality, 1, and 2, not that you had to omit or not say anything, but the way you presented yourself carried. Like Ty said, old boy said he had 5 kids. Ty got 6 kids, but he didn't lead with that. He didn't lead with, nobody knows how many baby mamas Ty got. Nobody knows that, because we might know that now, but what I'm saying is you're being interviewed by a female. He led with that. So it's like, bro, they didn't ask you. She just asked you how many kids you got. You could have said 5.
But Gerard, let me respond to this.
I also wouldn't have said female, because I wouldn't have said you're interviewed by a male. I would have said he was interviewed by a woman, but proceed.
But like, Gerard, so you're military, right? Mm-hmm. The other young man clearly had PTSD. So they're clearly like, so the thing is like in that interviewing process, you can come. He cannot. Why would I put a sister through that? He clearly is dealing with things. He clearly needs to go to therapy. He clearly needed healing. Why would you put these queens through that.
Yeah,
he should have never made it. He should have never made it.
That's fair.
You make it because
That's
you
fair.
seem like
That's
you're healed, you're beyond bombs over Baghdad or whatever experiences you had, you're beyond them. And so the thing is like he's still in that. And he's had the daughter that passed away. That's unfair to them. So now they get with this man and they got to deal with that. You know,
and
what
it's
I'm saying?
almost unfair to him too, because it's like after all of that, do you really need to come on public television and be humiliated and
like they literally
just
have a
hard,
video
like,
of him
under
like
a
this.
microscope.
There's literally an image of him like this on national TV now. Like that's not fair.
Gerard.
look?
I just,
People.
I don't know. I just think when we was doing the interview process, man, I think they was looking for more like the energy and they was basing it off of people's social media platforms. Like that's why I feel like what was your number? Yeah. And if you was like me, just freaking just hyper. I'm just saying, like just full of energy and just love everybody, because every time I come on, they was like, "Oh my God, we just love you. We just love you. We love your energy." So I'm thinking they was basing off how much energy can you bring. I'm just saying, or where's your numbers at? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it.
Okay.
I just
Well,
feel
that
like
makes
I know
sense.
it's reality TV, but I also know it's a reality that they can control, and I just felt like they could have done
Yeah,
a little bit
it's
better with
contrived.
the narrative.
That was
we
the
all
time for them to
Hollywood.
grasp. Yeah, that was the time for them to grasp a different audience and a different perspective and teach young Black women how to date, because these women have been hit upside the head, divorced after 43 days,
Yeah.
had public divorces. So why would you then take them through that same road by bringing them, I'm not going to call the young men trash, but I would just say underqualified kings.
That's
So
fair.
they should have bought kings to queens, not that.
Even if it was 8 men instead of 21 for the you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
They should have just bought y'all 5. I already had the top 5 in my head. Just
that
bring
would have
5.
been a great show.
Honestly.
Going deep,
Honestly.
like we're here for it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like at some point, if you know you had that type of condition or something, man, you should have just said, you know what, I'm not qualified to be on this show. I'm not gonna
People
do
don't
that.
know.
And people, yep.
They can't
They'll be
see
like, I'm
themselves.
qualified. I am it.
Because that's what ATL Kels was saying. I am a king. There's something special about me. And I don't doubt that there's some, but like, you have a new.
You had some things you needed to just.
He's
Yeah.
a king to his mother. Yeah, he's a king to his mom. Like his mom told him that growing up, and he was affirming himself. But you were not the king of that show.
We're not doing that. Not doing my mama said I'm a king thing. I can't. Sherry has a good question. Would you go back on the show if you were called, seeing as how you both are technically single? Would you go for a round 2?
Go Gerard.
Listen. I hope and pray that they do have a reunion, because I would definitely go back for the reunion. Going back on another dating show.
Oh, good.
I'll be honest, that process opened my eyes to exactly how much time that it takes to do that whole process. And being retired, I have all the time in the world, but I'll tell anybody my time is precious. So I don't know if I would go back to that specifically, but another show, another TV show. Oh yeah. Call me up if you want. I'm here. I have nothing but time on my hands. So yeah, whatever you need.
Got it. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Ty?
Oh, I'm most definitely with the reunion. Yeah, I would go back on the reunion. But now if they call me up on the show, the Bible or something like that, I'm a country boy.
About the Bible, you said?
Yeah. Survival.
Survival.
I thought you said Bible too. I had to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. But man, I'm not gonna be close-minded. I really enjoyed the show. Like I enjoyed the process, everything like with the show. So if they would call me back, I would do it. Yeah.
Why? But you just said you want to be single. You know what I'm saying?
But it looks like you had a good time, Ty. Like
no. But what I'm saying though, different show, different folks. I'm just saying.
Oh, you saying a different show, not about love.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
oh, okay.
oh
No,
no,
but the question was if that show called you to look for love.
You saying
would you go
if
on that
it
show?
was Queen's Court season 2, would Ty go back?
nah.
Okay.
No.
Because I was about to say, now you just said you enjoying being single.
No. Ty good on that. Like I said, now they call me for some or something like that. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. My girl Ashley in the chat, she said dating reality shows are a lot. So, I mean, we could just pause right now and give y'all both a little round of applause for even showing up because it's hard. It's insane. You letting people into a part of your lives. Y'all got children. You want to continue. You have lives. You have all these things going on and you never know how things are going to be edited or what you have to put out there. It's a lot. Okay.
It is.
Like, I just commend y'all for doing it because I don't know. You know, I do a lot of these after shows and I talk to a lot of people and I'm like, I don't know if I could do it. I did a little dating show back in the day when dating shows were new and that was light, but it was one episode. It wasn't 11, you know what I'm saying? 10 episodes of like, I think I would have showed out. I didn't know if it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a very tender and sensitive thing. So we commend you guys for sharing that with us. So one of the things, since we're talking about episode 5 and 6, technically, I wanted to know what you guys thought about, one of the questions I had for you guys is, do you believe that the only way to get to know someone for real when you're dating is to move in with them?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well,
gotta be.
In the long run, that's how you'll figure it out.
I'm saying yes to that, man, because I don't want to, get to the end and then just lady just start flipping out on me. I want to catch that early. I'm just
fair enough.
I'm just saying. I think once you with a person, you can basically probably establish what kind of relationship it's gonna be. But both of y'all have to be on the same page with it. And I know me, man. When I do, God is gonna be in that house. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So
what you mean by God gonna be in the house?
No, what I'm saying, you need to be believing like I believe. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Come on, somebody. She better know who God is.
Right? Talk about it.
So, I love that. I just wonder, like, okay, what is the qualifier? What is the criteria? Because, okay, so for example, I did live with somebody before.
Gerard had an answer. I wanted to hear his answer.
He did. He answered short. He was just, you said it was going to be, go ahead, Gerard.
So moving in and living with somebody, yes, it is. But in the beginning, you do need to be with somebody in an intimate space. I don't want to say moving in because, like Ty say, once you move in, it becomes a different thing. It becomes a different word, a different view, a different focus on, whether it's life, marriage, any of that. But in the beginning, yeah, you do need to be in an intimate space. So you got your house, I have my house. We can come and, spend the night, stay with each other, see how it is to wake up with each other until we actually figure out, all right, we understand each other to a point where we can deal with each other. Then maybe you can talk about moving in, but not in the beginning, not immediately. No.
Because they had y'all move in real quick. I was like,
y'all moved in. What was that, a couple of weeks in?
I think that was a couple of days.
That was TV moving.
Right. But I mean, we're talking about the show. So because this is my thing.
What's TV move in, Gerard?
Okay.
4 days?
TV move in. TV move in is like you there, but it ain't like I get to see your crusty feet as soon as you get out of the bed. Move in,
like be crusty.
Make sure on lotion.
Cause y'all really moved in with the fellas, because they was upstairs, right?
No, we was in the basement.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So really, it was just y'all moving in with each other because the women was upstairs.
Right. It wasn't.
And then y'all
seen
the
bathroom.
Yeah. So I agree with you. So TV move in because y'all didn't really get to experience the woman. Y'all got to experience each other.
It wasn't enough to really say, all right, you snoring at night, you slobbering on the pillow. Do you brush your teeth before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning? Like,
do you floss? like, yeah, I got you.
Since we have men on the panel, I wanted to ask you guys, like, does that deter you from, okay, if you're with a woman for X amount of time and you can share what amount of time, sometimes time is relative, I understand what that looks like for you, but do you feel like moving in with a woman deters you from pulling the trigger on engagement and marriage? Because you're living that way. So
you want it?
Does that prolong the process?
So moving in with somebody, when you're a serious man, moving in with somebody is a bona fide step. You know, you decide, hey, we're gonna move in to test. You know, hey, I'm hiring you. This is a probationary period for us as far as how we're gonna get to the next step, and you get a chance to interact without truly saying things. So you can observe, you can listen, you get body language without a person actually having to tell you how they move. And believe me, once you start to see that, you'll pick up on things that, you know, you would have never saw if you were living in two different places. So when it comes to the commitment part, if you're clear about what you're trying to do, I don't think there's a hold or it puts it off. Like, if a man wants the woman, if you want the relationship, moving in is only going to say, yep, I think we should further this. Yes, let's get engaged, or let's get married, or let's at least go to the next level of this relationship. However, we're going to make that happen.
That'll be some kind of.
I believe you.
Yeah,
that's
good
true.
answer.
It sounds really good though, but I don't know if I believe it.
I think
I'm sorry.
It would be true. I think it's true for him. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's the thing. I don't know if that would be the case for most men, because once y'all get that cow, baby, you like, I ain't got to work for the milk. Nature. I got the whole cow. But you seem different. I'll say this: you carry yourself in a different way, Gerard. So I believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. So
I also think it relies on us.
I'm about to tell this girl.
I was going to say, I think it also relies on us too, because I would set a boundary, like, okay, the lease is 1 year. After 1 year, if you don't know if you want to live with me, then like there has to be an intention there. Like, if we'll do it for one lease term, and then we're going to decide what we're going to do from there. Because I'm not going to be living in the same house for the next 2 to 3 years.
No.
Yeah. Like, no.
I'm at a point, I don't even know if I'm going to play house. Like,
I'm not.
I don't even know if I'm going to play house. Like, we can have our separate quarters and spend tons of time together. Like, tons and tons.
Yeah.
But for me,
what you're saying though, Dawn, like you say, you don't even know. But if you decide to actually play house, what Jaleesa is saying, that's already vetted out the window. There is no 1 year. If I decide to play house with you, we already know that there's a serious something at the end of whatever we decide. Like,
I believe you. You.
So it depends on the guy with that.
That's very true.
Gerard, yes, that's believable. I guess I think I would rather be engaged. If I'm gonna move in, I'd rather be engaged with some kind of
I agree.
wedding window on the books.
I agree. Yeah.
So Ty, what's your answer?
Do you agree with that, Ty?
No, I'm with Jamie. We got to be at least engaged or something, man, because honest, I don't want to give up my house and then I move in with you. Then now you done flipped out. Now I'm ass out. You know,
right?
I'm just saying.
Facts.
That's very true. That can't happen.
I'm just saying. I want to make sure when I do move, make that commitment. We make that commitment. Oh, that agreement is on. It's on. It ain't no turning back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not playing house. I'm not.
And I like that because it shows real commitment. You can live with somebody and be like, oh, they don't brush their teeth at 9 and in the morning. I'm out. Like, it's just too. So then you were never committed because when I think about commitment, I'm actually one of the people who likes the down and dirty. I'm not thinking I'm going to get married and ride off into the sunset like Ariel and Prince Eric. Like, I need to know what happens after the wedding and after they say cut. And it's a lot of work. There's a lot of times I'm not going to like you. You're not going to like me. Blah, blah, blah. But can we get to the common ground and solidify commitment enough to where we can accept each other and grow with each other for who we are and and allow people to grow into who they're going to be and allow, all of these things. I think that's almost what's wrong with dating today is we are like, oh my God, I like him so much. Let's move in and then we're like, I don't like this. I don't like it. Well, you're not gonna like everything, boo.
Right. because everybody's looking for this perfect relationship,
And
but do you really have?
It's the
do
work.
you really got right? The both of you guys really have the tools that it takes to really be in a relationship and handle each other when you're upset, when you're mad, when you you know what I'm saying. So that I think. But I think also that comes with time, and that comes with growth, and that comes with maturity, and that comes with knowing what you want and what you're looking for. So there's so many different layers.
You got to look for them flags too, man. I mean,
hey man, I be telling people like
flags,
because they're as big as color guard flags.
You ain't even got to look. They like this. They're right here in your face.
You know what? And I'm so bad with it now. I don't even look for red flags. I look for deal breakers because I ain't got time for flags. Because you're not about to give me a bunch of flags. It's a deal breaker. Like
and telling the difference.
But see, the whole deal is we all want to look for the red flags, but the yellow flag is that warning flag. See, that's the one that's already telling you.
Right. And that's why I said it's a deal breaker. By the time it's a red flag, that is a deal breaker.
Already. So.
Yep, I agree with you on that side because everybody's like, "Oh, that's a red flag." No, baby, that's a deal breaker. It was yellow flags. It started green, then it turned yellow. It's like proceeding with caution. So now you're proceeding with caution. That's what yellow means. And once you get to the red, that's a whole deal breaker, baby. That's not a red flag. I'm out.
And see, I think the deal with me moving in with somebody, so because I'm so like headstrong, what I mean by that is, man, I can cook, I can wash, like I could do all this because I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think once moving in with somebody, they're gonna be like, "Oh, let me cook." No, I like to cook. Let me cook. You know what I'm saying? No, I like to wash dishes. Oh, I like to let me fold clothes. I like to do that. And I know some girls, some women, they got that old fashioned. That old fashioned style. What?
Ty, you get another phone call.
Jaleesa said,
I don't like folding clothes. I wash all day, but folding is literally the bane of my existence.
That's where you draw the line.
And so here's the thing: when you meet the right woman, she gonna be like, "Baby, I appreciate all that you bring to the table," and she ain't gonna. I'm not about to argue with no nigga that's talking about he about to cook. That I'm not gonna do, baby. What you want me to cut? What you want me to cut? You cooking? What you want me to cut?
I'm gonna be in the bed like I would like eggs and steak and French fries. And a glass of wine
to perfection. You feel me? Potato slicing away.
Right. Or I'll order
season them like
whatever you need. Yes, I got it. So I can when you get to a certain part of life, you can receive. So whatever women you talking to, they're talking about, baby, I like to cook. Why you cooking? That's a red flag. You got problems, baby. That is a red flag.
Yeah, because that
we're
can
not
signify controlling. It doesn't need to be that. There's a place for everybody and everybody's skills because there's gonna be a night where Papa needs a night off or whatever the case is, everybody just contributes. It's to each their own balance. Situation. There's no, it's not cut and dry. There was a question in the chat that actually is a good point. And this actually came up in the show between Evelyn and Levon, which we think of Levon is amazing. He was one of our top 5 guys. Charles in the chat said, "What's y'all's opinion about dating long distance in our 40s?"
Hi, Dr. Charles.
That's a great question.
Dr. Charles in the building.
Oh, he's a doctor?
Man, that's a good
question. He doesn't have it on his thing. Cool. I guess I called him out. Hey, Charlie.
I was like, I thought that was a stock photo.
What do you guys think? Not a stock photo.
No, but it looks good, man. Don't be taking their photos like that. That's a great photo, sir. Please continue.
Who's answering?
I'm cool with long distance dating.
No, I'm just saying, do I think it's easy or hard?
What's your opinion
in general?
I think it'd be hard, man. It's a lot of commitment. I'm just saying, and then what I do, because I'm constantly busy traveling, doing all kind of stuff. But then I did say this: if you love something or like something, you will make time for it. So it's by dedication, commitment. Are you gonna be there? Are you gonna make time? Are you gonna call me when you say you're gonna call me? You got to look at all those factors.
I think you just have to put in the work. First of all, let me answer this question by saying I'm not in my 40s yet. I got a couple more years.
Right. That's right. They're not in their 40s, by the way. They are not in their 40s.
I'm 37. I'll be 38 in next month. But
I'm 40.
But that said, I think that it depends on the amount of work that you're trying to put into it. Like if you guys are serious and you guys have the same mission for your relationship, Because every relationship has to have a mission. What is the mission? And what are we going to do? Is the goal to ultimately be together? Are we doing this forever? How long are we going to be long distance? Those are the conversations that have to take place, because otherwise it's not going to work if you don't have a mission.
Nope.
That's my opinion.
I'm just going to say in my 40s, I'm not doing it. When I get there, but you know, I just want to participate.
I mean, I feel like I'm good with it because, well, for me, it's different. I feel like I'm a completely different. I'm a military brat. My mom was in the Navy when I was born. My dad is a 20-year retired Marine. So picking up and moving is not a big deal to me. I'm not one of those people who's so committed to anything.
Me too.
When it comes to my location, my apartment, I don't give a damn. I'll leave all this right here and bounce. Like, I'm good. Let me just pack a bag. I'm ready to go.
Oh,
you know, I don't have kids. You know, I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage. So when I hear this, to me, I'm just like, what's up? What are we doing? Where are we moving?
Right. And that's how I feel about it.
Portugal? Where are we going?
Like, where are we going? Where are we
not
going?
a big deal.
I agree.
So I'm okay with, you know, you come here, I come there, let's visit, let's cultivate something that makes sense. And like you said, Ty, let's call when we say we're going to call, and let's be very intentional about what we're doing. But I never get scared about that, because I know if it's going to be what it's going to be, like, I'll move, or he can move, or it's just not that serious, especially in your 40s, because it's already challenging enough and has been challenging enough to find somebody. So if you
with
really
the emotional capacity,
if you feel like you got somebody, why are we playing? We gonna figure out. Ashley said it's hard to find the right person, so why let geography get in the way?
I agree with that. I think that
very true.
It ain't nothing but a boo thing, baby. Like, that's it.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Where we going?
We can pick
Mars?
up and go.
We moving to Mars?
That's it. Are we going to Mars? How long is that flight?
Let me get my space alien suit. Boo. Hold on.
It depends on where I'm going. Like, if the person lives someplace that I'd want to live, like if I met someone who lives in Spain because I would like to live a year in Spain, absolutely, hands down. But an Englishman who just moved here to LA, who has no intention to go back to England.
I
live in LA now, but I don't like LA got 2 more years out of me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I think it also has something to do with age too, because when I was in my early 30s, I would have probably said what you were saying, Joe. But now, as a 37-year-old woman, I'm like Ashley said, geography. What is that? Is that what's keeping us apart?
We're talking about flights.
Right. That's it. We're talking about that. Like, COVID already showed us we could do this. So
this is true. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, we taking flight.
I keep a
bag packed. Come on, somebody.
Keep a bag. My passport is in my purse right now. Where are we going?
See, I don't know, Crystal. That sounds like you might be getting flued out. I'm just playing.
Listen, however it unfolds, okay?
Right. And I just think it depends on where they live. Like, if you live in Idaho and you're my person, I'm not moving to Idaho. Like, you don't
see, but I don't think that was the question.
I'm gonna get Idaho.
The question was, can you date?
I'm gonna throw brunch parties in Idaho. We gonna do
I'm not. Wait, there's levels. What? Hey, there's levels.
We need our Bali retreat.
Because there's other things that come into play, like how much does each party make? Who's moving? There's so many other things that come into play. I think Jalissa's thing might have died.
It's okay. I'll catch her back on when she comes. There's a lot of things into play, but in our 40s, most of us are pretty set. We're pretty settled. We can. Oh, there she goes.
Sorry, I missed all of that.
Oh no, no. We all in here. Cool.
Yeah, but I think yeah. So I'm gonna date. I'm gonna date. If it's the right person and I can trust you and all of that, I'm dating. We're doing it.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Facts. I love it. I'm here for it. Okay. So, oh no, that was somebody else. I'm not gonna ask that.
Now we all want to know.
Yeah, look, you know me, the People's Court, we want to know.
Right, the People's Court want to know. We want to know.
What does the People's Court want to know? Well, this People's Court didn't watch the whole everything. Is there something y'all want to ask?
No, go ahead. Ask your question.
No, I didn't have. I was going to actually kind of move into the space about brotherhood and how the guys enjoyed the brotherhood on the show, which I enjoyed a lot. I think brotherhood is so important. You know, Ty, you had a bromance with Mac, you know, Gerard, like to see you guys all cooking, to see Mac come in and give JR advice, to see just the guys being cool. It was just nice.
That was my favorite
part. And it's so important.
What part?
So, what did the brotherhood?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I thought you said the other part. Yeah. Do you still keep up with Mac?
Yeah, she me out on that. Now we were just
I know
cool.
I threw a lot out there. I'm sorry.
No, we were just cool, but I wasn't just cool with Mac. I was cool with everybody, man. Gerard, tell you, man. When Gerard first came, man, shoot, me, I'm dadded up, talking. It was just the type of person I am. And I felt like every guy on the show played a part. Everybody that came in there played a part because it was time that everybody was just talking to one another, man. It was just like that football team that just threw together. Hey, y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And we figured it out. We was mans about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you ask me, was I upset some of the guys left? Yes, I was, because it was a bump. I got cool with these guys, man. You know, and that's just how I am. I'm just that type of person, man. Like, and talking to Gerard, man, I'm talking in the band, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Had plenty of conversations.
I love that.
You know, so.
Yeah, we had a really good time. Like you say, just getting to know about these guys and what they do, and you know, you could tell a genuine person when you meet them. So that just made it all the best. You know, it made the show go smooth, and just being able to still reach out to them now. You know, I follow Ty. I laugh at all his videos. You know, but that's just a support. You know, that's just a support as a brother, because you know, even after this show, once you meet somebody and you're cool with them, for me, it's important. Hey, bro, I know we did the show, but we dapped up on something real. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna support you on whatever you got going on. And you know, it's like that for the other guys, even JR, you know, Mike, Puff, Rob, Gatsby, all guys. It's the same. Everybody supports everybody.
Travis, man.
So y'all gonna be at the wedding, is what y'all saying? Y'all be at the wedding?
Oh yeah. If I get an invite, I'm
right
up in there.
Okay, artistic IQ, you gotta fill me in. I missed the question.
What was the question?
I don't know. I missed it.
I think it was the question. I think it was the one you're like, oh, I'm not gonna ask that, because that's the one where you're like, oh, we want to know.
Oh. It was that I'm looking at my notes from episode 5 and 6, and there was just some things that some of the other guys said. So I'll get to that. And before I get to it, though, I wanted to ask you, gentlemen, like, what do you feel the value of brotherhood is when it comes to dating? Like, how much of the way you shows up is contingent upon the men you hang out with? Like, do y'all check each other? Are you real with each other? Are you really taking care of each other when you know the other person is dating somebody that they should be dating? Like, how much weight does brotherhood have in a journey like this in finding your wife?
Man, with me, it's a lot, because on the show, like at some point, some of the guys were starting to like question themselves, and what I mean, like with LeVon, it was like, hey man, you think I got this? You think I got this? And you have, you know, and I'm sitting there like, bro, it's you all the way. No, you just keep doing what you're doing. Don't change up. Just keep being you. And I feel like if anybody was walking out that room with little wrinkles on them, hey, we were stopping them. Hey, hit that iron, man. You need iron here. You need iron. And it was just pretty cool, because we were lifting each other up, man, and it was cool.
Which is why I felt like they had to find drama somewhere else in the show, because they weren't going to get it from y'all, which I absolutely love.
I love it.
Yeah, no, the energy
important.
was definitely good. That was great to just see.
Well, the brotherhood part, you know, and I say this, I talk to my brother who's here all the time, you know, you have to have guys around you who are going to keep you on the right path. You know, make sure that you're not going to do anything crazy. And, you know, I talk my brother down off a limb many times, like, listen, she's just frustrated. It's going to be okay. Listen, you love her, she loves you, it's going to be okay. And, you know, after day 2, he's like, bro, I appreciate you. Just thank you for listening and just having that conversation with me. And it's likewise. So, like Ty say, with guys on the show, it's like, nah, go do your thing. Oh, yeah, by the way, your tie a little crooked. Hey, tuck in, you know what I'm saying? tuck it in over here a little bit. You got some on your leg. Hey, some on your shoe. Everybody did that with everybody, just to make sure that we all went in with the best presentation that we could do. And there was no hate from any side, from anybody.
Yeah, nobody.
Do like she said though. So are men? Because I know for me, like as it pertains to my friends when they're dating, we bounce ideas off of each other, and we're constantly telling each other like this, like he's a good guy for you, or if they're asking for their opinion. So we're like you said, Ty, like you were telling Levon, like you got this. That's all you. Did you guys feel like you had that support though? And then also, do you have that in real life? Because I know as women, when we're dating, like a lot of times we're discussing some of the things in the beginning with our friends, not when we're in it, but definitely in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So do you guys have those accountability people to tell you like, nah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Go ahead, Tom.
Oh yeah, I have one of my best friends, man, and and he always tell me, man, you got confidence, man, you confidence, cause I'm gonna be honest. At some point, we all fall short, man. You get started to see yourself getting turned down a lot. You sitting there like, man, do I still got it? Hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Then I got my cousin tell me, man, you got this. Just be you, man. Just do what you've been doing. Smile, walk with a smile, like what I'm saying. So yeah.
So in real life, I have 2-3 male friends. They're very near and dear to me, and when it's somebody that you truly trust, you don't have a problem with them checking you. You don't have a problem with them setting you back on the right path. So yeah, we sit down all the time and we have conversations about, bros. We talk with each other like, hey man, what do you think about this? I saw my girl with this. What do you think?
Yeah.
Nah, you thinking too far. Or hey, you might want to go check this. Hey, do it a little delicately. Make sure that you tell her what you got to say, but then come back and give her some love, give her some, that happens in real life, but that's between real, genuine, stand-up guys who support each other, like-minded guys. And I have to say that part, it's an understanding because real people want to see you do your best and see the best in you and for you. So yeah, I definitely.
I have another question really quickly. So because we're women, how has dating been for you guys? Like, what does that journey look like for you guys?
I gotta know.
Yeah, I need to know.
Yeah, do you guys go past the yellow flags, or do you just kind of like
what does that look like? What is dating like?
Yeah,
what are these streets looking like? Talk to us.
Let me get my drink.
Dang, I need to refill mine actually. So mine is empty.
I'm just being dramatic.
I got it, Ty. So the thing about these streets, I have a different outlook on dating as a whole. And I say this: one, social media, like I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Social media is truly social media. Me being 40, and I'll tell anybody, I grew up. I understand what it was like to not have a cell phone.
That part.
Yeah.
I keep that near and dear to me. Me talking to you, I absolutely hate when somebody has hey, I saw this on social media. I'm looking at the female like, yeah, I ain't the one for you. Not at all.
What are we talking about?
So that's your red flag. That's your red flag.
That's red, orange, yellow, purple, black. I hate that.
Flag on the play.
I saw you like something. Heart something. It's so something.
Okay, but don't be putting no hearts.
That's first off. So,
are you liking Big Booty Judy with her ass out and bent over?
Yeah, don't be putting no kissy faces under no scrumpets now.
Like if it looks like King XL, all
grown men are not going all the way in.
Yeah.
Real grown men are not going all the way in. If I see a picture that Jamie posts, I'm going to heart it. Now, let me be honest with you. I think she's attractive. Yes. I think she's attractive, yes, but for me, it's the support because she posted a pic. I'm hardened everything that any of y'all put just because we had this interaction right here. It's not I'm trying to get us to none of that. Yeah. So if
it's
I
a
meet
loyalty
a female,
thing. I got you.
Yeah.
If I meet a female who can't understand that, who can't objectively be, that's what it is. Nah, we ain't gonna get it. We just not gonna get it. And I'm so easy to go, you know something? Let me cut my losses right now. I lose $8 off of this. You cut easy.
Yeah. You buy.
Wow. Right.
I'm not mad at it, honestly. At least you know what's because time is a currency, and I don't get any of that back. I think it's the most expensive type of currency. So, no.
I don't know. The red flags for me. The red flags for me is with a woman just coming up like, what can you do for me? Nah, what can we do for us?
Ew.
No, it's about us.
So you're getting hit with that?
No, because that's the same type of shit that men be like, oh, what do you bring to the table? Like, why would you ask me that? Actually, I'm gonna get up and leave.
Because it's like, oh, you was on a show. Oh, yeah, you got money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, dude, you need to know me. Like, get to know me. Like,
that's so
I'm just saying.
So, but how is dating overall, though?
Well,
has that been your experience since the show? Like, do women they actively say things like that to you?
Oh yeah. They say things like that to me, but overall, like, I haven't since the show, I haven't put myself out there like that, like to be trying to date or something like that. Like I say, I'm just focusing on me right now.
But even before the show, because you're a single man,
Well, before the show, I ain't finna hop around. I had a friend. Hey, you have friends. I'm not gonna.
Right.
No, I'm the type of guy that's just gonna hop around like that. I'm not like that. Even though people might look at me and think I'm like that, but I'm not like that. No, I'm not gonna get this one, get that one. When you young, dumb, full of the sea, you feel that in. I'm just saying you do stuff like that, but when you get more than just that, you want somebody that's gonna be there for you. You want somebody that you have something in common with.
I agree.
That's gonna respect what you do, and vice versa. You respect what they do. But just find somebody. I want somebody that long term when I do. So
yeah, I agree.
So because I'm curious about what you guys go through, right? Because I date, and I can really say there's guys out there who say they're ready and they're not. They think they are, and that's okay. It's not to judge. It's just to be, like, these things weren't looked like, or I've dated before, and some guys don't realize,
what it requires.
What's required. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? What's really required. So these are the challenges I'm coming up against as a single woman who's dating. And again, it's not to knock these guys, but this is why I felt aligned with the women on the show, because I'm like, damn, like, I'm seeing this. Do I still go? I don't trust, but I can. I'm seeing this and it. So it's a real process. But in dating, I'm seeing so many things that I'm coming up against, whether a guy's really not ready, whether he thinks he's ready and he's not, or he's priorities, or he doesn't really know what to do. Like, do you guys feel like you're dating women who, this really isn't going to cut it. This is not what a man needs. This is not what a man like me needs in his life to, or this is not like, are you seeing women fall short? Are you seeing red flags in women? Are you seeing hard stops that are, so yes, G, you mentioned the social media stuff, but I'm also just kind of wondering what struggles are you men coming up against when it comes to finding your wife?
Yeah, I'll give you something. And I actually said this on the show that it didn't make it because we had a conversation in the basement, and one thing that was predicated on the show was as a man, you're coming in, these are celebrity women, they have their own status, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. The one thing I say about a relationship is you as the person have to go in the relationship with the other person, not their persona, not their street cred, not their celebrity status, not the amount of money that they make, the actual person. So in dating, the hardest thing I've found is people don't want you to see their person. They want you to see the representative.
1,000%.
So I go into social media because I tell anybody that social media, that's your representative. I don't care about that. I don't want to see the person. So meeting a female and challenging them to let me see their person, you would not believe how many females are afraid to truly let you see the inside. And as soon as you get a glimpse of it, they actually run away because they're like, oh my God, he's seen the real me. He's seen the real me. I gotta go now. And you're like, no, wait. I'm scared. Let's talk about it. Nope. They won't give you an opportunity to shut them down they will not give you that opportunity. They rather continue to lie to themselves about who and what they really are, or they just want to continue to put up the charade, and that's the only thing they want you to see. Because as soon as you know the real person, they're out the door. So that's the hardest part of dating for me, is trying to find the real person. That's it.
Getting to that bottom line, like stripping all of that off.
All the fluff.
There's always and I hate to say this, Gerard, but there's a post on social media. No, for real. But it says she took off her mask and put on her soul. And so that's what you're trying to get to, them to strip off that mask and get to their soul.
Exactly.
And I love that. So, I want to hear that from men, because we say so much about men need to, when it comes to dating conversations, I feel like women are much more vocal about what men need to be doing. Men do it too, but not the kind of men that we would talk or date to. But I think it's right. I think it's important for women to hear that, what you just said. I think it's important for women to also remember, like, we be putting up a mask too. Don't forget, you get caught up in social media and you be looking at TV and this and that and trying to show as a certain thing, and you got a persona too. It ain't just men out there with egos and all this and that. So I think it's really important that you said that, because, it's very real.
And then how about you, Ty? Like, overall, even prior to the show, just in general.
I don't know. He summed it all up with me, but I'm just old fashioned, back with the basics, man. Can we be friends? Like a lot of women these days, they don't want to be friends. They want to just jump straight into, oh, you my man. And that, I just feel like that right there just runs me off, period. Because how's I'm your man? You don't even know nothing about me. What's my favorite color? Can you tell me
my
I'm just
I'm not gonna always like you, but I'm always love my friends. So
and I always tell people that when you meet a person, make sure that you know that you're able to be friends with them, because that's a huge issue, is that so many people are jumping forward. So get to know the person, know them like inside out, because at the end of the day, when all of this shit fades, if there's no money,
we gotta be able
you
to
got my back. We gotta be able to Right. Are you gonna have my back? Can you make decisions for me when I can't? When I lose my damn mind and I got dementia or whatever it may be? Are you gonna answer with love? Like, are you gonna have that unconditional love for me?
You're my friend,
because you're my friend.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because this
I love that.
Will fade right here.
All of it's gonna go.
Facts.
Can we have communications? I'm just saying, like if I'm in the hospital, you're gonna be in there with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
exactly. And you're not gonna pull the plug.
Right.
I ask you to.
Well, no, wait a minute.
You know where I'm coming from with it.
I want my plug pulled, depending on what's going on, but I want them to know that about me.
I want them to know that. You gotta know me.
So I want them to know that about me, and us to have those vulnerable conversations, and so that's a good point.
Yeah, I love that. And the friends thing can be challenging. Sometimes I would say in this day and age, because we do, and I'm not saying it's you, but in my opinion, some of the things that I've been through and maybe some friends, it's like, we say things like that, but generally when a guy is coming at me, he don't want to be my friend. Like,
at all.
He don't want to be my friend.
I'll say this, me. What I've noticed, well, wait, he want to play with me.
Yeah, but I'm just, it's usually that, like, we're not in college anymore, like,
what I've noticed? Most of my guy friends, like after their friend zone, we're friends for years.
I have some great guy friends, and it's never been, and I understand that, so I get it.
But they tried to holler, but we are friends, like to the
But
end.
I feel like those But if given the opportunity, they wouldn't approach you if you said, let's see where this can go. You don't think they would switch, or they'd say like, oh,
but of course they
you
would.
know what? But you know what? So you know what I posed
What am I?
because
This guy
I had a guy
the honesty.
But I had a guy ask me that before.
The camera.
But
you know what, Joe?
Gerard,
hold on.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I had one of my guy friends ask me that, but I'm not going to pose the question. So does he know his position? And his position is friend. So, because I'm not posing the question. So his position is friend. Now, if I know that in the event that we're in a space and you're going to try to come for me, you're not my friend. Because the guys that I talk to about potential guys I want to be with or whatever it may be. But my
see,
friends
they will
that
sit with a listening ear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
a warm.
I've had that happen. I've lost a lot of
and
guy friends that way. I've lost a lot of guy friends that way. But I'm not posing the question because it's not going to be a question that I ever present to you. Because once I friend zone you, ain't no coming back.
Right, but that's not what I'm necessarily asking. I'm just saying, not based on you. I'm just saying, well, I guess it would be based on you. But if given the opportunity, if you ever had like, you know what, like, do you want to go half on some kids? Like, I trust you as a friend, as a human being. You don't think any of those men you friends in would be like, absolutely?
Absolutely, they would. Probably all of them. But I'm not posing the question either.
I don't know.
Fair enough. I'm not mad at it.
Still, I just don't know if any man. I'm not saying they can't have genuine friendships, but generally, any man that's around you like that, like sometimes they're just waiting for that. It's like double dutch. You waiting for the. Let me get in there and see if I can hop skip real quick. Like it's just.
No, I agree.
I can't imagine.
And I've had a lot of my friends come after the fact and be like, "Damn, like I really missed out on you," and blah blah blah. But that's what it was. It was a miss.
Well, you know what?
So
yeah, go ahead,
well,
Ty.
You know I'm gonna jump off the wall on that, and I'm just gonna throw something out there. What if? I'm just saying, what if you was friends with somebody for 15 years, 20 years, would you think that'd be probably a great relationship if y'all did get together because that person know everything about you, you know everything about that person? I'm just saying, identical. You would think.
I had a friend do that. Her and a guy dated in their 20s. They broke up. He went off, got married, had some kids. They got back together in their 40s. Then she had never been married, never had kids, and now they're married and they have a kid together in their 40s. And they took that almost 15 and a half year break. And now they're an amazing couple. And I'd be like, yes, because they went through it and it was good. So I'm not saying people can't circle back around. I'm not, we have to be fair with ourselves because people change.
It's a question mark for me.
Yeah, the circle round has been really, like I have about 4 friends actually who have had that good old comeback. And it's a person that they talk to in their 20s. And the person has come back and in their 40s, they're doing the damn thing. So definitely not opposed to it, but also saying that some of my no's are no's.
Hell no.
They're not.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a question mark for me. I'm gonna just have to leave it there. Because if I was friends with a guy, and I'm not talking about dating ever, I mean we just homies, and I have guy friends like that, and I'm going over them in my mind, and they're good looking men. It's just that, but we're just I don't know. I don't know. I can't call it. I can't see it.
I think if any of you beautiful women said, you know what, let's do this, I think immediately they would have already had everything planned out because they've been waiting for a moment.
But see,
for me too.
But what Tyrone said about the friend zone is, I'm not going to front like I don't have no part in wanting to jump the gun, because if I like a guy like that, like I'm trying to see what's up too. Like I'm making myself available for.
This is true.
Is we dating or not? Like, but if I'm not
like what's
getting
going on?
that. Yeah, so I don't know, but then we grow, we change, we mature, our list starts to look different. Like we talked about, things are different, and I might be privy to things that I wasn't able to see.
You just made me think of a question. Do men have a list?
Oh.
No, so before I'll answer that, Jamie. So what you're saying is everybody that's in your friend zone, you have placed them there out of non-attract. One thing is out of non-attraction, meaning. Yeah, that's.
I say that all the way, but enough. It's not even.
Not physical attraction. They aren't attractive to you, as in I want a relationship.
Never considered.
You've placed them there.
There was no consideration.
Okay.
Not like it just wasn't a consideration, if that makes sense. Because they are good. I mean, they're good looking men.
Not the look. I mean, attractive as in relationship, not just looks, meaning having a relationship with them looks attractive to you. Because
that's good. I'm gonna write that down.
That's all I'm saying. Because like I said, if you wanted something, you would go after it. So those guys in the friend zone, you didn't want to go after it. Therefore, that relationship wasn't attractive to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there was no consideration. And I say that because I'm not going to I don't go after men, right? Like, I just consider. And I leave it there. And if there is something, then there will be something. And then I can say yes, and I can yield if that's what it requires. But
so you don't go after mans at all?
No, I don't go after men. I did it one time. And the one time I did, we were engaged to be married. I was like, oh, he's fine. After the thing, I was like, I found some common thing. And I was like, oh, did it? I spoke to him first, but I still allowed him to pursue and take me out and do this and that. But no, I don't go after men. I wouldn't consider myself that unless I'm doing something that I'm unaware of. But no, because it doesn't, I don't know. That doesn't feel, I guess, natural to me. I just
don't want to. That's it. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm a male connoisseur.
I need the man to.
I'm a male connoisseur. If I like what I see, he gonna know that I like what I see.
I do both.
No.
So you're gonna know.
It's not like a grab. It's a consideration. It's like a here it is. You know. What
no, my pheromones be reeking, so they know. I know. They be knowing. It's no.
They can
no.
I mean, the awareness to me is different than a pursuit. Like, I'm not gonna go after a man but maybe it's my wording that I'm messing up here.
I would approach a man in a bar if I think he's fine. I absolutely will approach him at the bar.
I have approached a fine man before. And like I said, we was gonna be married because I think that I don't know. I think y'all like that.
I think look. This is what I tell people. I trust me. So I'm gonna do a damn good job at choosing a man. The one that comes for me, I'll be like, when they try to holler, I'll be like,
yeah, like you might be onto something there.
Yeah, but I do a damn good job. So if I pick you, I trust me.
That's very good. I'm not mad at it.
I don't know. I feel you though, Dawn. I feel you.
I like that.
I feel you. I do. I'm not
mad at it
at all.
I don't even have a reason like that. I just like, if I like what I see and you haven't came over by that time, or if I've had enough tequila,
I'm coming for you.
And so what we doing?
I'm coming.
I'm coming. I'm you know, it's
right.
I've done it before, but that's
hey. And then now me and my friend, we got a joke. I'll send the Negro some drinks too. Hey,
I was about to say, if I'm really on my shit, I will send him a drink.
Hey,
not me, but
how many's at the table? Ask them what they like to drink. I'm sending all 5 of them one. Because you're not going to know which one of you I like. I'm going to send all 5 of y'all one. And then
Dr. Don said, I got time. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
I like it. I like it. I'm here for it. What y'all think? What y'all gentlemen think?
We gonna see when we come down for Labor Day at these brunches.
Y'all can help me.
We gonna see.
I don't be.
We gonna see.
We gonna see. No. What do you guys think about all of this? All of us ladies, all of our chit chat.
I like it.
I like it.
I agree.
What would you prefer? What do you guys prefer? What are you open to? What works? What do you think?
Man, I just want a lady to be herself. Like, just be you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want the fake. I want the real. So just be you. If you like buying guys a drink, I'm just saying, at the bar, you want to buy me a drink, buy me a drink. I'm gonna buy you one too.
Right. And that's the thing. It's an
I love
play.
being treated so much. I love being treated.
No, that's I will say that's one of my love languages. Like my love language is gifts, but I'm a magnificent gift giver. Like, I'm looking at a gift that I made for this man I'm seeing, and he's absolutely gonna love it. Like,
me too. I'm a big gift giver.
Me too. So I always tell people that. Like, I'm out here buying trips to Cabo. I'm doing all the things. Like, so
Dr. Dawn, let's date, girl. Come on.
I'm doing all the things.
Come straight to me. Dawn, you think I'm cute?
I told my friend that the other day.
I will run with you. You ain't gotta ask me twice, front and back, girl.
Right. Wait, look, you think I'm cute?
Very. I told my friend that the other day. I said, friend, you just got the wrong body part, sis. Like, what is?
I'm missing something. I'm missing something.
Do you guys like to be pursued by women, or what's your definition of pursuit? Or approach is one thing, pursuit. Oh, we're listen.
You said combo.
Listen, you just said there was someone special now. Shoot.
Oh, hey, come on, let's go, Gerard. Where we going? Where we going?
Well, we know you got time. We know Gerard got time.
Right, he got time.
And he got time too.
Listen, I'm just having fun.
Hey, look, now I'm gonna do what men don't like. How tall are you though?
Oh, don't do that.
I'm only asking, and hold on, let me tell you, it's different when I ask, because when other women ask, they're asking and they're 4'11". Baby, I'm 5'10". So the women who are 4'11",
y'all are 5'10".
I want a man that's 6'8". I want a man that's 6'8". I want a man that's 6'. I just want a man that's taller than me. That's all. I'm not even. He ain't got to be taller than me with heels on. I think it's very inappropriate for women who are 5'2" to be running around talking about they want somebody that's 6'8".
Yeah, I think
that's
them to
inappropriate.
Be quiet and stay.
I think y'all need to ease up on the petite. Ease up on the petite. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this energy right now. All 5'3.5".
I am
It's always the 5'3" women talking about I need somebody. Exactly, me too. Ooh. So that's the only reason I'm asking. Is that there's a lot of me. There's a lot.
These legs are long.
I don't want to take a picture and we be like this. That's all
or
I'm
like
asking.
this. Come on.
Right.
Hey, I do like Bow Wow and just stand on my tippy toes. What do you mean?
Okay. Who don't like an Amazonian woman? I know. I seen Wonder Woman. Okay.
What does height matter? You can't control
That's the tree I'm gonna climb.
I mean, Jamie, if you're strong, you can always pick him up.
I don't want to pick nobody up.
Come on.
See, now I am strong.
Really?
Because I do work out, but I don't want to do that. I'm not putting no man on my back.
I'm not
on
putting
my
the baby
shoulder.
on my head.
So that's it. Can I get a height?
Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
Oh, see, that's reasonable. Yes. How tall are you, Gerard?
I'm 5'10".
There's nothing wrong with
that's
that.
Perfect. There's nothing wrong with that.
On the dot.
So there was a guy.
License, like you reported that to them, or
no. In real life,
you let that man be. Okay.
The 78 not reported.
You reported that to them?
Nah.
Right.
Right. Doctor says.
Nah. We measured twice a year in the military. Trust me, I'm 70 inches.
But I've also, being 5'10", I did meet a guy. I think maybe he was like 5'11", but I liked him so much I didn't even care. I was like, whatever. We're just looking each other in the face. This is what it is. Because I used to be so stuck on the 6'4", but a lot of them don't know how to act. So
they don't know how to act because they got the 5'3" women. Their pond is big. So look, I'm just messing with you, Dylan.
Hey, how you, Joe?
I know you girls like to fight and tussle. Okay, hold on. My 5'3¼ matters. Damn it, my doctor said so. I say I'm 5'5" though, so y'all.
Yeah, girl, but you got the 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". You can handle that.
No,
okay.
No, we need to be 5'10".
She got minimum. Nope. See, here's the problem. You're 5'3.5". You got the 5'6", the 5'7".
Well, look at there.
You got 5'6" and up. You got 5'6" and up.
No, if it looks like we can both wrestle and I have a chance to win, no, I need to feel protected. Like I don't want to hug you and feel me on the other side. Absolutely not. No, I need country fit, please. Cornbread fed and bread, please. No, it's not gonna work.
She said no. Oh, yeah. So I went out with my friend the other day, and she was telling because my sister told her, "You're 5'2.5". You can date somebody that's 5'4". She said, "Look me in my face and tell me that."
Exactly.
Yeah, let me come down there and look
you
in your face and tell you that.
Exactly.
Let me have a seat and tell you that.
Right.
So,
exactly.
All right, Gerard. Well, keep me posted on your situation. We might go on a book a trip.
Laugh, but very serious.
Right. Laughing, but very, very serious.
Luggage.
No, because
I love it.
Luggage. Let's go.
He said, keep backpack.
Passport is in the pocket. Like,
right, he had it ready.
He had it
ready.
ready.
That's the other thing. Negroes be talking about they want to travel, ain't got man passport. Bro, where's we going? Where are we going? We can only do Hawaii and Puerto Rico. Man. Stop it.
We can't go.
Passport. Look.
I also need to know if you have like, do you have pre-check? Because I'm not waiting in line. I'm not.
Yeah, this is a serious thing. Why do they have to leave a joker in his line?
Global entry.
Global entry.
See, when I did it in 2020, I didn't know. You know, like I didn't know that you could do global entry or pre-check, so I didn't know. When someone
they all run together.
I was like,
and
had I known, I'm so mad.
And
I was like, damn, now I have that. I wish I'd known that was global entry because I would just pick that one, but I didn't know.
You can still do global entry and pre-check though, because they serve like almost different.
Yeah, they serve different purposes. $100 to get it, and you can have global pre-check for like a decade.
But I'll be doing that next week. Yeah, I'll leave people in the line, and I'll tell them.
I'm going home. I'll get the Uber. I will light the candle at the house. Because I'm gonna be there about an hour and a half before you.
Oh, somebody being petty.
Miss Velez is messy.
Miss Velez came in here.
Hey, look, also known
I live for mess and drama.
AKA
Don's mama.
Right, we know exactly who that is.
Like, what is happening? Oh, Lord. She is a mess.
Sherry says, would any of you girls date these young men? If so, why? Jaleesa, we'll start with you.
We can't date them.
Pardon?
Why do we have to start with me and Gerard in a relationship?
Well, there you go. Miss Velez, that's it. We can't,
That's it. That's the tweet.
We can't date them, Mom. Like,
I see what she did there. I'm not. Jamie talking about Jaleesa first. I said, "Oh wow, she really got the alcohol."
Go ahead and answer, girl. Go ahead and
go ahead, Jaleesa. No, hypothetically speaking,
why do I have to go first?
Because you're the youngest.
You just like to have two older sisters, right? Because they like to
you're the youngest
in a loving way.
Yeah, this is what we do. This is big sister me.
I just feel like I don't think I would be in the consideration pool because I'm 31. So, and that's okay, you know? So that would be my take on it.
So you said they're too old for you.
So you're putting it back on them. Do y'all got a problem with 31?
Who's saying that?
Right.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think they're both very handsome. But that's not what I'm here for. And I just feel like I'm smiling like an idiot.
Jamie,
so.
I'm having so much fun.
I deserve more.
No, I came here today.
Oh my God.
No, I came here today.
On this fine Sunday afternoon.
Oh shoot. Go ahead. What about you, Jamie?
Honestly, I think both gentlemen are very attractive. What is the question again?
Would you date one? And then she was petty and came back and said, "Which one?
Which one?"
I would probably go on dates with both of you and go from there. You know?
Yeah. Oh, she said she doing.
I'm
okay.
Wait, I may have to. I would have to change my answer only because I don't have kids, and Tayu has 6 of them. I'm the oldest of 5, so I couldn't do it.
But I would still go on a date.
But I think you're delicious to look at, though. You know, I think you're delicious to look at.
That's a lot of kids, though, and I like attention. Like, this is the thing about me.
But my kids are grown, though.
Huh?
But, my kids
I was about to say his kids are grown except for one.
Yeah, so.
What's the youngest child?
14, baby. I listen.
Oh. And she's 6 foot.
Oh,
you do listen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I do feel like because I'm 40 years old, I feel like I'm in a space where I waited to really do the right thing. I don't mind, people have kids, all this and that. I get it, but I wanted to wait to do this with my husband. So I do have an expectation when it comes to a man having an understanding the value of a woman, and I want to be a wife. So if I feel like there's like 75 people before me, I'm not going to enter, because that's just me. Maybe it sounds crazy, but I'm not going to enter a man's life in a serious way and be like, well, as long as you know, my mama, my nieces, my kids, I'm nobody's 7th nothing. But a date I could do,
So, right. So dates, you're saying it depends where they put you on that hierarchy.
Yeah, because I'm kind of old school. My parents, they were together for 27 years. And the way I was raised and what I saw and what was great about my parents' union is I saw my dad be good and faithful to my mom. Now, granted, it didn't work out. That's just, their thing. But it was always my mom first. But it was like their relationship first, because if they weren't able to get it together and keep it together, like, what was us kids gonna have? Like, I understand everybody's kids, like children need a level of priority, and I get that. However, I don't want to, and this is something as a future mom I have to think about. I think about being so in love with my child, like I don't want to neglect my man. And I know that's something that I'm going to have to consciously remind myself of, like he's going to need his time and his loving too. So I kind of expect the same in return, because them kids is going to grow up and bounce. We have to make sure we're solid. So to me, there has to be an understanding on that level. Will it always be me? No, there's going to be times where other people need things, and that's fine. But I just need to feel the solidity of like, okay, our relationship is priority. And let's figure out how to do what we need to do. Like, I'm open on that. But I have dated a lot of guys with kids, and maybe our relationship wasn't far enough along to have that wife, whatever. But I also have felt like, oh, your mama calling to get your kids, there's just too many people. Like, you all over the place. Like, I can't connect yet. I can't.
Certain men know how to move in those spaces.
Yeah.
So you're just looking for the man that knows how to move in that space and navigate all the pieces to his life.
Yeah. It's going to scare me off.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I would date a girl. I would date a lady with kids. I would. Mm-hmm. Because.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. You get it.
It's just me. It don't matter about how many kids you got or what, because if I feel like we're going to match up and we're going to be together and we have a lot of chemistry and stuff, because I had an awesome stepdad. I'm just being honest. And I was
me too
in the household. So it is good guys out there. It's good women, stepmoms, stepdads too. And I know what I would bring to the table. So I don't look at the kids thing, because the kid is innocent. Kids just want somebody to love them. If you come in like that, showing love, it's gonna be good. I'm just saying. So.
Oh well, yeah. That's
no, and I agree too. Yeah. And I'm at a different part in life where I don't necessarily have to have more kids, because I already have kids. My kids are, my son will be 16 next week, and my daughter is 10. Oh. So I don't necessarily have to do all of that. So I'm not looking for that. I'm really just looking for companionship and partnership. The kid part is not a requirement. Right. Yeah. So the kid part is not a requirement for me. But if the man has kids, I need for him to have healthy relationships either with the kids or the kids' parents. Mm-hmm. So, because I don't want to deal with that dynamic, because that just sounds like confusion. And also, I'm not dating a man with children under 5. Yeah,
under 5. That's the cutoff.
Like that's a lot.
Because you and y'all ain't got it together yet.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just I just don't want to deal with the dynamics of whatever that situation may be, and also just knowing that kids under 5 still have needs. And so I don't know, like now I have to give that to you. I'll never say never. Let me say that. I'm never going to say never, but I just understand that under 5 requires more. Some of them you still got to get them dressed. You still got to help them brush their teeth, right? Like, I don't know if I want to start that far over.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that makes sense.
For me is like I said, all my kids are grown, except for my 14-year-old, and she's 6 foot. Yeah, huge.
And she can do for herself.
Yeah.
Please. Oh, so, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
That's funny.
That's how you know what I'm saying? So
so I would do dates with both of the guys. What about you, Dawn? You didn't answer.
I did. I was the first one. I said Gerard has a person, and Ty said he's not ready to date.
But hypothetically speaking,
you see how she tried to evade it and said,
"We trying to do what Lisa did."
No weather, lady. Okay,
right? Oh shoot!
I had to go first.
Just for right now, I'm ready to date.
Oh, just for right now. Okay, if he was ready to date, I would so I would go on a date with both of them, actually. But this is what I see. So Ty, I would have you got to break him in a little bit, because he still needs to be shown what like real love is, and he needs somebody to really show. Like that's so he needs somebody to really love on him.
You would be surprised.
Well, so that's what I feel like, but I feel like you have the capacity to give the love, but I feel like you need to be loved on in a different type of way, and you haven't seen that yet. But the right woman can tag that ass down. I am capable of that. So I will go on a date with you, but then I have to tell you, but you're not ready yet, so I'm going to leave you alone, Papa. Gerard is the man you married. So I would absolutely go on a date with him. He seems like he's the guy and he's at a phase in life where I am too. We can just get up and travel and do all the things. So to be fair, I would go on dates with both of them, but have different expectations of outcomes with both of them.
And make babies in other countries.
That part.
There you go.
But our babies will not come.
Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong,
babies,
because if I
our babies won't come to fruition though. We ain't got to bring them on the earth. You know, we can just practice.
Listen, we be in the group chat. Y'all know where I'm at.
Yeah, we'll be in the group chat. I feel like maybe that's where I'm going wrong, because if I don't see anything, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time or yours.
No, but I think not seeing anything is different from, because we as women, remember I told you that we look at these signs and all of these things, and some of the things that we mark off the table are really guys that could be good men.
Correct.
So if you're marking somebody off based on their age and they're not really 75, but they're just, 40, which is 9 years older than you, then that's not a real reason. But if you're marking them off,
I agree with that.
No. Well, I'm just saying. So we as women do that. Like we mark people off for reasons that really aren't real reasons. You know what I'm saying? So if it's based on like a huge age difference or something like that, or they just don't have good qualities, cool. But if it's based off of something that's like very minute, then it's like, if I could deal with that.
That's true. That's fair. I don't think it's minute, which is probably why I'm still not going on these dates. Like if you're 40 and you're just like, I'm an electrician and I'm still trying to figure it out. Well, I'm not going nowhere with you because you don't even know where you're going. So
yeah,
like, I'm not going nowhere with you, sir.
Understood.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah. Well, because I think there's a difference in dating somebody who has purpose and a vision than dating somebody who has potential. Because at 40, or my age, I'm not even 40 yet, but at 40, I round up, I'm not dating somebody with potential. You got to have a vision.
Exactly. So, and he didn't.
And you got to be somewhat on that path to that vision. Okay. So
you know what I'm hoping for, and you guys tell me if I'm way off base, especially because we have, men in the chat. Like, I'm part of my expectation is that a man is ready. And by ready, that means you've made room. So by the time you meet me or I come in, I'm hoping that a man has an idea of like, oh, this could be it or not. Not being like, oh shit, she's a good woman. Let me get all this stuff together. And like, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a level of space being made that's required for y'all to even see or understand or choose healthily who could even possibly fit in that space. Like, do you guys move like that, or does that sound crazy to have made room for a potential? Or are you meeting women that are potential and being like, oh shit, let me get all my shit together real quick? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So I always say when I turn 46, I wanted to be married. I wanted to be married and just sit down, just relax and just settle and just be happy. House on the lake and just fish with my wife and just chill and have fun. So I had to go 46. I'm 45. So
you made room.
That's okay. We still have 365 days. Fine. We
right.
time.
Depending on what your birthday is, Capricorn, the end of the year. So that's for the.
Oh yeah, so he could be the end of the year or the beginning. He's either December or January.
Yeah. No, Bucko, never mind. You got to speed it up. You don't have the time. Just kidding.
You know what I've noticed, and I'll say this before we let Gerard answer, is when I meet men, they start trying to juggle and get everything together. Oh, I got to get this together. I got to get. And I'm like, bro,
oh, she's actually good. Let me.
Right, and I'm like, what? Now you gotta what? You didn't grab your bearings before? Like,
it doesn't work.
What has happened? Now you're trying to get together because you found me? What? No.
What do you think about that, Gerard?
Don't let me be your inspiration. I'm gonna need you to be inspired already.
I'm glad that you mentioned. I'm glad that you mentioned being ready. It's something I talk about all the time. Females, I hate to say think that they're ready, but the ready part is, like you said, have you made space? But it's not in the places that most people think. We talked about moving in together. Do you have the capacity to love me inside of your space, inside of your house? Do you have the capacity to share your most intimate thoughts?
Right.
Can you allow me to, and I know people talk about lead, but can you allow me to lead you in the places where the relationship need to be led, not just you as a person? And you'll find out, and and I hate to use that word trauma, but you'll find out the trauma that people just have in their life, they don't have that capacity,
right?
That you trying to come into their life and be the best person that you can be. You think you're doing something great, and they don't even recognize it.
Right.
Immediately,
and I call that Captain. It's Captain Save-A-Ho syndrome. Because what end up because they don't have it, and I'm not saying just for men too, but even for women, like you have to have that capacity to be able to accept somebody to come into your life. Like there's a certain posture. Like people ask me, do you date? No, I'm ready to be in a relationship. So I'm not just out here dating everybody because everybody doesn't get my time. They don't get my presence. They don't get my energy because I'm purposefully dating. So there's a certain posture you have when you want someone and when you're ready for someone. And generally women, that's the things we need to be teaching our little Black girls is when you go on a date with this man, you can tell by his conversation if he's interested in you. You can tell by the way he moves if he's interested in you because he's going to do that little 1-2 step. He's going to step on the outside of the curb instead of being on the inside when y'all walking on the street. He's going to, there's certain things that he's going to do to let you know he's protecting you. So I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen guys play that role very well and have absolutely no intentions of moving forward. So I feel like I have to move. And this is, again, back to the show, what I love so much about some of the things that the women said. Even Tamar, I'll use her for an example, because she moved I like the way she moved. It didn't always feel loving and graceful, but it was also like there was sometimes that's necessary because as a woman, when you are yielding and you do give grace and you are showing up and whatever, unfortunately, there are people so willing to take advantage of that while they're standing on the right side of the street and opening the door and paying for things and sending flowers before the date and calling when they say they're going to call. It can be performative. So it's like there's that level of self.
Well, I think and I agree with that, but I also think that as we talked about this before, that women see signs. So I think there's a difference. You can tell. You gotta tap into your intuition, and you gotta see what this man is made of. You gotta see him on his turf. You gotta see him with his friends. You gotta see him when he's uncomfortable. So so it's not just the curb setting. It's not just the dinners. It's not just the flowers. It's what you're doing when you got when your check don't come.
When your back's against the wall.
So you got to.
It's getting hard in your life.
Right. Because you'll see that a lot of men, that's when you meet the vulnerable pieces of them is when they do have stressors, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's
it hasn't worked out this far.
Yes. Because when men have stressors, you're like, okay, because women, we can multitask. We'll still be giving you some. We'll still be taking care of the kids. We'll still be cooking dinner. Men, sometimes it's a bunch of things. And I worked in men's health. Sometimes they don't get up. Sometimes, there's so many things that happen to men when they have stressors.
Fold like a deck of cards.
I'm just saying.
It's facts.
Not all of them. Not all of them. I shouldn't say that, but some.
And some of them, it's just, it's unfortunate. And they can't deal with it. So I do think there's a level to trauma bonding as well.
Ugh.
I don't like that.
The men are like, oh,
I see you over there, Scorpio.
There's another part to that. There's another part to that, and I'm glad that you said that. What happens when the man realizes that he has the same energy that you have, and he gives you the same thing? So what Jamie is saying is, you're looking at a guy and you see he's not ready. You're looking at the signs that he's giving you, but he's also watching you. So when he tells you about yourself, do you have the capacity to go, wait a minute, I'm judging you, but you're judging me. Let me not play that against each other. Just, okay.
You're asking if women have accountability?
I mean, so I think
that women have accountability when it's presented in a way that can be received well. Like if you just
yeah, I would like the feedback.
That's the part I'm saying. You said when it's perceived or when it's presented well.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have to be presented well in order to get across. I understand what you're saying, but I shouldn't have to present it well. Just like you're telling me, hey, You didn't step out here on the outside of this curve. That's not manly of you. I'm looking at you going, wait a minute. You talking and cursing and twerking. That's not womanly of you.
I was gonna say, I think I only said the way you present it because I wouldn't present it to someone that way. Like, I think, and I'm cautious of the words that I use when I'm telling someone criticism about their entire personality. Like, I'm gonna take that into consideration. Like, oh, this might be hard to hear. Like, hey, when you stress about stuff, you're throwing stuff that I'm like telling you, and you're weaponizing against me later. And that's not a good feeling. I wouldn't be like, you an ain't shit nigga who going and like toss shit at me like the first chance you get. Like, I'm not gonna do that, because you want the person to be open to receiving what you're gonna say. So if I know I'm gonna say, hey, this is something that you're hurting me with, like, I'm gonna go ahead and present it in a way that you can swallow it. Yeah. Most people don't hear like logical, like, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. A lot of people hear in feelings. So if you said, hey, you did this and it hurt me, like, a lot of people can respond. And it's hard to defend, like, oh, damn, like, I didn't mean it, but it's what you did.
So the reason I brought that up is because I wanted to go back to the part of somebody being ready for just exactly what you said. Mm-hmm. Do they have the capacity for exactly what you just said? And you find out they don't have the capacity for that.
Yeah.
Right.
At all. Yeah, and you're like, how can I improve, tell you how we're going to get to if you can't even be open to exactly that? Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to walk on this side of the street to protect you. And like, I didn't know that. But
I haven't met a man who can
given this expectation. So I see what you're saying, right? Yeah.
Right.
I would be open to it. I would love to have a conversation with somebody I'm dating and for them to speak to me and tell me something that I can do better, or something that they're struggling with on my end, or something, because I would be happy to make the shift.
Yes.
And I am an amazing woman. I know that, but thus far in relationships, I'll go back for feedback. And I don't know if it's just they feel like they can't tell me, but ain't nobody complaining about nothing about how I show up. So I try to open the door for the opportunity because I'm willing to hear the constructive criticism. However, thus far, I have not had a conversation where a man has been able to full out verbalize to me, like, this is, blah, 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 blah. Except, you know what? When I was 28 years old, I'm lying. When I was 28, I did have a relationship and he was right. We should have never been in that relationship. And I was a mess. I was depressed. There was nothing. It was just, I was not functioning, and he did let me know some things and it was hard to hear, but he was right, but other than that, I don't know.
The hardest part is just accepting it. We all on a bush and we don't want to accept it, but once we sit back and realize, you know what, she's right.
That's true too.
I act like this, do this, and then when I accept it, and then I try to change it, and that's why I think a lot of stuff come from, because the first thing I'm gonna say, well, why you didn't change this all along? Now you all of a sudden you want to change when we about to end.
Right. So what I hear you guys saying is that we need to make sure that in these relationships that we're getting in, we need to make sure that we have the ability to communicate and use our words and make sure that we're able to be vulnerable and have the emotional capacity to communicate what we want.
Yeah, we got to.
And it has to be reciprocal.
Yeah, I agree. 1,000%.
I'm sorry. She just wanted me to pick her up.
What's that?
I can't see.
What's the name?
Coco.
Is it a girl?
Okay, Coco.
Yeah.
Oh, Coco, you was getting lonely, little Coco.
Yeah, she's my little ride.
Oh,
sweet.
So cute. Artistic IQ in the chat says, but well is subjective. Just because one is offended doesn't mean the person didn't present well. That's very true, because you can say things with a pretty ass bow on it and somebody still get mad. It's just you winging it with that. We never know.
Yeah.
Right.
Some women and men don't have the capacity to hear anything regardless of the presentation. And I agree. Also, and that's where you have to gauge the maturity of your partner and make a decision.
Yes, 1,000%. Yeah.
I agree.
Wow.
I love it. Well, we went in, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good morning.
What?
I got to work in the morning, 4:00. Look.
Listen, well, we don't want to mess up nobody's job. We will chit chat until the sun comes up. So I thought this was amazing.
Thank you guys so much for coming on and opening up to us and teaching us as women some tokens. You guys dropped some tokens today, but also listening to us and allowing us to, ask questions and things like that. Tap in.
Thank y'all for allowing me.
And I enjoyed. Yes, thank you guys for coming. I enjoyed the feedback and the conversation as well.
As always, so did I. Thank you guys for being such ready and willing guests. It was so much fun. Hopefully we can, pop on again and talk about some other things another time. Just whatever. It was amazing to connect.
Tell the people where to find you.
Yeah, we know where to find each other. But yeah, so before we get out of here, for everybody in the chat, you want to let people know where to find you, maybe a little bit of something that you have going on. And yeah, we'll start with Dawn, GQ, Jaleesa. We'll go in a circle like that. So Dawn.
Hey,
right, next.
Dr. Dawn's our life.
Yep.
So where can we find?
It's on you, Gerard. That's it. I'm at Dr. Dawn.life on IG. I don't do all the other social media stuff. I don't get into all of that. And that's the only place you can find me, unless you know my address.
Oh. What about you, G?
You can find me at AKA One Time on Instagram. That's pretty much where I be at. Everything else is, for the family. So that's where I'm at. Unless you come to Georgia or San Diego, then you might find me in them streets somewhere.
Okay.
Well, Tyrone, as y'all know, Thailand. Y'all be looking out for all kind of merch for Thailand. It's pretty cool. Y'all can find Big T, Locked in Loadedness, .s.loaded. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And at work.
Because one thing he gonna do.
Yeah, that's work. And I love my job, regional safety manager in West Texas. That's where my office is at. So, but y'all be looking out for the merch. Thailand. Look out for massage oil, lotion, Thailand, all that. Be looking out for.
Okay, go ahead. I'm not mad at it.
It's a mobile massage.
I love it.
Thank you.
And you can find me at Joe Queen, Joe_Queen on Instagram. And probably LinkedIn.
Beautiful. And you guys know the drill. You can follow me here at Jamie Alexander on Instagram. And you can also find me on TikTok at The Sassy Method, which is my group coaching program for women, The Sassy Method. I just started a TikTok, so I feel cool. And I'm doing my thing. So you can check me out there. If you guys enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, share this. And as usual, me and the ladies will be back next Sunday, same time, same place, to talk about episodes 7 and 8. Yes. And that's pretty much it. So y'all have a good night. This was amazing.
Bye, guys.
And we'll
Thank
catch
you guys.
you on the next side.
Thank you.
Bye.